busy. Get busy. Yeah, yeah. Get this, get that, get moving, get ready, get focused, get locked, get sharp, get steady, get rid of the noise, get out your feelings. Deadline coming. Get busy. Get crew, get cars, get money, get mission, get plans, get peace, get tunnel vision. Get up, get gone, get out of your city. Season coming. Get busy. Get busy. Get busy. Get busy. Talk is cheap when the work is gritty. Get busy. Everybody quits when it ain't too pretty. Get busy. Boss closing in, but they ain't gon' get me. Get busy. Brian Roby said it. I woke up late, but I ain't slept much. Phone blowing up, I'm already fed up. Everybody needs me, everybody wants time, but nobody sees what it costs in my mind. One guy quit, 2 jobs moved, 3 people talking like they got something to prove. 4 missed calls and a text that says, can you call me back? We got problems again. Family needs balance, business needs gas. Bills keep coming in, the season moves fast. I'm trying to smile while the pressure stacks, trying to hold home while the dream fights back. I feel alone in a room full of noise. Everybody got opinions, but nobody got poise. They want the win, but they don't want the road. They want the shine at the weight of the low. So I cut the distractions, I tighten the plan. Wipe the sweat on my face, put the work in my hands. I don't need a pity party, don't need sympathy. I need one more gear and a little more grit in me. Get busy. Get that, get moving, get ready, get focused, get locked, get sharp, get steady, get rid of the noise, get out your feelings. Deadline coming. Get busy. Get crew, get calls, get money, get mission, get plans, get peace, get tunnel vision. Get up, get gone, get out of your city. Season coming. Get busy. Get busy. Get busy. Get busy. Talk is cheap when the work is gritty. Get busy. Everybody quits when it ain't too pretty. Get busy. Boss closing in, but they ain't gon' get me. Get busy. Ron Roby said it. Yes, you did. I used to think everybody writing was real. To the deadline, came and exposed how they feel. Some went quiet, some went cold. Some got bitter when the truth got told. Some want credit, some want clout. Some want seats when the work sells out. Some want love when the lights come on, but they disappear when the heart parts long. That's why I'm careful who I let in the room. Some people bring peace, some people bring doom. Some people drain life, what they call it concern. Some people watch fires and never help it burn. I'm not mad, I'm just moving different. Less explaining, more execution. Less emotion, more discipline. Less distraction, more revolution. King Radio in the background loud. Ron Roby trying to make his people proud. No family balance, yeah, I feel that pain. But I'm fighting for a life where that can change. So I move with purpose, I move with speed. I move like the whole team depends on me. Cause when it gets heavy and the road gets sticky, that's not the time to fall. Get busy, get your head right, get your heart right, get your time back, get your spark right, get your crew straight, get your books clean, get your mind sharp, get your hands mean, get the lead call, get the quotes in, get the deal closed, get the rent spent, get the fear gone, get the doubt dead, get the work done, get it out your head. Get busy. Ain't nobody coming to save your city. Get busy. Build your dream before they call you crazy. Get that, get moving, get ready, get focused, get locked, get sharp, get steady, get rid of the noise, get out your feelings. Deadline coming. Get busy. Get crew, get calls, get money, get mission, get plans, get peace, get tunnel vision. Get up, get gone, get out of your city. Season coming. Get busy. Get busy. Get busy. Talk is cheap when the work is gritty. Get busy. Everybody quits when it ain't too pretty. Get busy. Boss closing in, but they ain't gon' get me. Get busy. Kingdom Radio.
Yeah. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Let's get that old Get Busy off there. I like that little Get Busy song.
I know. You listen to it a lot.
Do I? Yeah, I think
Even
everyone
off
should.
air.
Yeah, of course. You know, I practice what I preach.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the get busy, I'm usually talking to myself. I'm like, hey, man, what you doing? It's like, don't you know that Christmas is around the corner in just 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, we're receiving all of our materials that we need for the season. And when that comes, then this needs to be ready and these jobs need to start happening. We're supposed to be installing in September. And oh my gosh, that's where we are in the season. But this is the Christmas Light Installers Mastermind, or better yet, Welcome to the Christmas Light Installers Mastermind. My name is Ron, and I'm always with this sexy woman over here named Laura.
Hello, everybody. How are y'all doing?
Yeah, Laura has been busy getting ready for vacation. So it literally takes 2 weeks to get ready for a 10-day vacation. And then it takes like 3 or 4 days late after that to get back into the swing of things to get ready to start moving forward.
Vacation recovery. Pre-vacation, it's Levi has sprouted from a cool 5'5" up to about a 5'9". So he's grown out of every single thing he owns. And then can't find no water shoes, which he's gone from a 12 to a 13.5 lickety split. So you got that. And then, preparing. I don't know. I haven't spent 2 weeks getting ready for this one. But
it's been at least a month and a half.
No, it has not. You definitely have the couple days after to get all that laundry done and, remember where you sleep.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we're about to go on a trip. Grab all these chargers and all this stuff. And then every time you get back from taking all your shit somewhere, when you get back, it never goes back. And you're like, man, where the hell is my charger at? Where's well, we never unpacked the bags completely and put everything back. It's like, I just don't want to go anywhere. Just all my stuff is ready to go. I just don't want to tear it down. I don't know. Sometimes you feel like that.
I don't know. Chargers pretty much stay on that carry-on, so they're pretty quick to come back. It's the everything else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or what, my water shoes disappeared, I don't know, 3 cruises ago.
Yeah.
They're gone.
So, yeah, what's going on? We have an interesting week. Tomorrow will be our last day here in Texas. Full day here in Texas for a while. We are traveling to Miami. And look at this picture right here. This is me and Lars dressed up like a hua over here.
Pretty cool. It's
I know
a monokini dress.
Yeah, it's like a nice little form-fitting something or other.
I need a dress like that.
Yeah, I tell you, we look good in that picture right there.
Dress,
the hua.
I don't know. It's pretty.
And then you got Tyrone. Tyrone's finally hanging out with us for the first time.
He looks like Rico Suave.
Yeah, definitely Miami style. Levi looks like he might kick someone's ass in a minute. If you want to pull out that camera one more time and see what happens, that's Levi. And then look at Stella. She got a little smiley face. So, yeah, we're actually going to be doing that real life on Friday. We'll be in Miami. So if you're in Miami, come talk to us. Come holla at us. That's how we're doing it over there. All right. What's going on? What else is going on, boo-boo?
Oh.
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers is going on.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers. Did anybody see the Aaron Rodgers thing? Let's see. What the Aaron Rodgers, he was on Pat McAfee. It was on ESPN. And ESPN has been known for, I got it. Did you just do that?
I did.
Oh, is this it? This is not it. So yeah, Aaron Rodgers, he was on the Pat McAfee show. And, it's the things that he said has really been getting some national news. And I don't know if it's because what he said or how famous he is or the history of coronavirus is all Aaron Rodgers' fault because he's not getting vaccinated and he's the problem, leading people to also be encouraged to not get vaccinated or something like that. But Aaron Rodgers, they were Pat McAfee was in Pittsburgh and they put it on the show. Let's take a look at that one. Let me move this thing you put up there. Let's see what the hell this dude talking about. Let's see here.
But we talked about a couple times today because you've been very open about coming back for this year, last rodeo, and you talked about your wife saying, hey, have another year. Mike McCarthy being here, obviously a big deal. Can you tell us about the mindset of coming into your last season? That's a real thing, it feels like. Is everything better? Is everything funner? Is everything more awesome? How do you kind of view this year versus maybe the years of the past?
I'm going to plead the fifth.
Okay.
Check this out.
Really
I'm going to
fast
show
car.
you how I afforded this car. Okay, you ready? All right, $118
Just
in
like
car
when you're
insurance.
broke and
That's
you don't
how much
pay
I was
for-
paying. Okay, I picked up.
When you're broke and you can't
Like
Gotta
that,
love that guy. Okay.
like that absolute coward, Tony Tyson. Absolute coward.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, 111
You got a
times.
pardon and you're in front and you pleaded over 100 times
Yeah.
at the White House? What are you scared of, Tony?
Yeah.
I thought you were the science.
Yeah.
I thought you were I am science. And you get up there and you can't answer a question?
Yeah.
What are we doing? And how much time did the network spend to that? How much time did they spend on my responses every week, on my vaccination status, on Taylor and Travis?
He's right because he was the whole news was like, look, everyone needs to get vaccinated and stuff. And there's just a few people holding out. And the biggest name was Aaron Rodgers. And so now that the shoe's on the other foot, it has to be bittersweet. But man, it wasn't just in America. It was all over the globe. Everyone was pointing fingers at Aaron Rodgers, calling him a murderer. And he's like, killing people with his bat. And also Pat McAfee got it too. So that's why this is so interesting.
This wedding.
We're going to bring it home in a second.
Did they do even a minute? Did they do even a minute on Tony Fauci?
No, I don't think I've heard anything.
I bet they didn't.
But on that note,
then there was another scandal this offseason too, involving a voter for MVP, for Coach of the Year. How much time did your network spend? Did your network spend on that?
Network?
Yeah, your network. So do you remember that one, the Mike Vrabel?
No.
So the head coach for the New England Patriots, that one of the voters was the chick that he was cheating on his wife with. Remember, he got caught?
Yeah.
So this person is on the board who votes for who is the head coach of the year. And she was given she was putting another meaning to head coach of the year.
Yikes.
Or something. But Aaron Rodgers here is pointing out that there was no coverage for that.
Ew.
No one had any coverage of that controversy of how the NFL. I'm gonna tell you what I think in just a second. Let's finish this.
This is awesome.
Go back to Fauci? Yeah. Go back to the coward Tony Fauci in science. Who's spending the entire time writing in his diary about how fun it is to be famous. You got to be kidding me.
Okay, so on that note,
what are you going to say about me now? What are you going to say about me now?
No, I got no debate here. You had a 5
No, seriously, what are you going to say about me now? Now you can't talk about the COVID stuff because obviously it was made, in a lab in China. That's like not even questionable anymore. Tony Fauci is an absolute criminal. I'm on good terms with my family. What are you going to
Like he's an absolute criminal. I mean, there might be some. I don't know. I guess it's freedom of speech and stuff. But I don't know. Aaron Rodgers got some money. You never know what people might do. I think because Doctor. We'll just assume that he's a doctor. Dr. Fauci, his attorney, did clap back and said, "Hey, Aaron, this morning it was all over TMZ. It's talking about you should just stay concentrated on football." So we'll see what happens.
I find it interesting that those people in the north, they talk so fast.
Yeah, that's the 1.5. Laura doesn't know anything about the 1. You don't watch you watch podcasts at 1.5. Yeah.
say now? What are you going to say now?
I want to let you know. It's been a fun ride for you.
It's been a great life and a great career. And it's nice to be sitting on this side now, especially after that coward played the fifth over 100 times.
Okay.
I thought you had a part in there, Tony. Why couldn't you answer one question the entire time?
Okay, I have 4 minutes to the hard out.
Yeah, I got 4 more minutes. We keep this shit going. Keep it going. I got at least 4 minutes.
Okay.
There's a lot of silence, but I will say this. I got to give flowers to Stephen A. Smith, my old friend Stephen A., because he was man enough to actually admit and apologize to Kyrie Irving. So I got to give a shout out to my guy, Stephen A. You are not a coward. I appreciate you.
Okay, can we talk about, we'll wrap up that conversation.
Other than that, there's been a lot of...
Well, they want to wrap up the conversation.
Be done with that.
Yeah, he was going to wrap up the conversation, but they kept going on. But the thing is like overcorrecting. Like you see someone get into an accident and they're like, all right, so what happened was I started sliding this way, right? Like I was driving and I noticed it was slipping. I was like, oh shit, I'm slipping. And then this is the point where they call it overcorrecting. Like instead of like, oh shit, let me get back in the lane. Whoop, missed that. You're like, oh, and then you freak out and panic and you overcorrect. And then you go way further than you were trying to correct back to. Am I right, Laura?
Yeah, I guess so.
And you've seen that ESPN, it's done that with, Stephen A. Smith and, whoever was unfortunate enough to be in the seat. So it was just like a battering ram for whatever that dude's name was. It was just like a punching bag. I used to unfortunately watch it on a morning basis here and there. But, I think the point is like, don't overcorrect. It's like ESPN or whatever. You don't need to say, oh shit, I went far left and that didn't work. So now let me go far right. Just fucking talk about sports, dog. Okay. That's what's problem with the sports is keep the politics out of the sports. I just want to watch sports. I just want to watch my favorite team. I don't care whatever the beliefs. All that does is divide people. We don't need to be divided on issues. Just fucking talk about the sports. What's going on with the game? What your projections are and things like that. And I think that's like one of the biggest mistakes is they, and I'm not talking about Pat McAfee or Aaron Rodgers. I'm just saying it's like since they fired so many people recently, ESPN, and it was something like they're going away from being woke or something. It's like, dude, just talk about sports. It's pretty much that simple. Just talk about sports. And then it was a cool little lesson, but that's Aaron Rodgers. We're going to take that down. Aaron Rodgers on Pat McAfee. ESPN making a huge switch. They went all in with Pat McAfee. They just paid that dude a handsome salary and took pretty much some money that was going to go to some other people and said, no, thank you. No more show for you. So that's what's going on with that. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. And I was just worried about talking about, how everybody in the country is going back to school this week.
Oh, they are?
Yes.
Oh. Hey, I do have a question though. I do have a poll. Can we put a poll up, Laura? Do you not do that?
Nope.
I think you have to do it for me. Oh, we already got kicked off of Facebook.
Oh, that's not shocking. Yeah, I told you.
This stream was deleted on Facebook. Okay. All right, Dan. Well, forget it then. I'll remove it. All right. Anyway. Yeah, we didn't want to be on Facebook anyway. So here's a poll. Basically, I think you can do the poll and just go into YouTube and you put the poll in. But anyway, the poll is this. Who is more trustworthy as a doctor? Dr. Fauci or Dr. Pepper? I mean, that should be a good poll. We should leave.
Oh, babe.
All right. Anyway, moving along. What do we got for today? We got the Aaron Rodgers out of the way.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Overcorrected on that one.
20 whole minutes on Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
That would have been a 5-minute.
Today you can call the show. It's going to be awesome today. Today you can call the show and get onto the show. About 3:40, we'll start accepting calls and getting some people on here live. When we do get to that point, we will show you this one right here, where we're going to get some live callers on today's show. So we'll see if that's going to be a total disaster or it's going to work good. We'll see. I think Scott McQuaid said he was going to call. David Merle.
Who are we calling it? Like 3:38.
David Merle's going to call. I got this guy, Eric Garcia. I think he said he was going to call. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. All right, moving right along. Today's topic is about starting a Christmas light installation business with no money. And Laura has a lot. She knows a lot about this because she was by my side the whole entire time that we started the business with no money. We grew the business with no money. And we still act today like we have no money, with some exceptions, with a lot of exceptions actually recently, but with some exceptions. I mean, I still dress like, just stepped out of Walmart. So
yeah,
that's still how I roll.
When we say no money, we mean none, zero, no credit cards, no bank, nothing in the bank. I mean, nothing. Like, I think we got enough money to pay for groceries. Got like $100 and something. We're good. Or
even starting the season in debt. It's not like you have no money. You're negative 14,000 and stuff, and you're starting off the season like that, or you're starting off the season with $250,000 in debt because of what you needed for the season. I mean, we know about that too. But the thing I think is interesting is the advice that you give to someone who's starting off with no money is different than someone who already has there's no sense in talking about gross, excuse me. There's no sense in talking about gross because it doesn't mean anything. If you have a shitty process, $1 million could mean you're broke if you're doing everything for free. So whatever your gross is means nothing. It's the net. So if you're netting like $200,000 a year, let's say that's where you are. The advice how to get you to the next level is going to be different. Like people are talking about truck wraps and this, and how do you pay, or how do you do this, or how do you take some of these processes you have and refine them, or duplicate them or automate them. Now that's something there. But if you have no money, getting trucks and getting warehouses and these systems, it doesn't matter because you don't even have a customer to have a system for. You don't have a company truck and all these wraps and all this stuff. You don't have anything. You're starting from scratch. And that's where we were. And I started it because I had done it for 3 years. But when I started, that year in 2012, I didn't get going until like November 1st. And then I did like 125 houses that year. And I hired about 18 people. But I made so many mistakes. I couldn't even tell you that I made any money after we took the lights down and everything. I mean, it was pretty much like, at the end of the season, you got an opportunity to get on all those roofs, and you got, those people that maybe you could sell something else to, but, you have to think like that because you made so many mistakes and didn't charge right, or you didn't realize how expensive materials were, or labor, or how much the labor is to go back and stuff. So we're going to talk about all that today. And the first thing I want to talk about is bulbs up or bulbs out. That's a question that a lot of people say. Like, should the bulbs be up or the bulbs be out? That's a good question. What do you think, Laura?
I'm very much a bulbs up person because it's supposed to mimic the candle flame, and you got some kind of magic hoodoo voodoo if the bulbs go out. So I like the bulbs up because it just seems more traditional.
Yeah, this is a kingdom clip where if you put them on a shingle, the bulbs are up. A steep roof, the bulbs are up. Or if you put it on a gutter, you just snap it into place and put it upside down, and the bulb goes through either way. So all the bulbs are facing in the same direction. If you're looking at a one that you like the bulbs facing out, that's how the shingle goes, and that's how the gutter goes. So that's how the kingdom clip works. But basically, we're talking about the bulbs facing up or out. Now, I think it's important, like if you have the bulbs facing out or facing up, either way is fine. We have our bulbs facing out when you do hot glue. So the bulbs are facing out. And then the bulbs are facing up with a ridge clip because that's the only way the bulbs can face. If you're using a ridge clip is they face up. If you have yardsticks, the bulbs face up. So it's like if you have a circle clip and you put it on a gutter, the bulbs face out. If you put them on a shingle, the bulbs face up. The problem with that is, I actually have a brand new bulb that I got sent.
Uniform.
The problem is if you have a bulb and the bulb is facing at you, it's a lot brighter than the side profile. Now, yes, it's faceted and it has these nice little diamond cuts on it, but it doesn't transfer the light out as much from the side profile as much as it does if it's pointed directly at you. So when you have a whole house of lights and some of the bulbs are pointed at you and some of them are not, you can tell the difference so easily that some of those bulbs are facing up and some of them are out. And it's just, once you see it, you just can't unsee it. Now, many times the customers will say, okay, what do you expect for $300, or whatever you're doing. But there comes a time where you get yourself into neighborhoods where people do care. And they are willing to pay the extra money to have it done perfectly. And like I said, once you see it, you can't unsee it. And once you show that, and then they're like, they are in their mind, whatever you charge, that was the price that they think that they're getting high quality going with you. And that's something that you definitely need to think about. Having all the bulbs facing in the same direction, no matter what direction they're facing, if you can get them all facing in the same direction, it would be better than something else. So that's why they make the shingle tabs or the clips and some other things, right?
Yes.
All right. What else do we have? Did you see that AI representation of Ron Roby that someone ripped off the other day? Did you see that?
Who did that?
It's this smooth guy. Looks just like me. Not as handsome, but looks just like me. And he was like yelling and screaming. Let me show
Christmas is heating up around the country. Make sure you're at the ChristmasContractor.com 2026 season kickoff this September 25th and 26th. And remember to get busy. Get busy.
Oh, he's angry.
So yeah, he got really angry, and then our buddy Joseph Murphy, I don't know how much time he spent. It had to have been at least 5 or 6 seconds, and he like snipped the picture where I look the angriest, and he snipped me at my worst, my AI worst. Like you have a good side and a bad side. He snipped me at my AI worst.
What do you do with it?
He posted on Facebook, of course, and said, "Look how angry Ron is." That's what friends do. Yeah, that's what he did. He did that.
I didn't get to see that.
That's how my friends are treating me these days.
That's crazy.
Speaking of friends,
an interesting little video there.
Oh yeah, you like that one?
Yeah.
I can do this all day. I can do 100 of those a day.
Doubt.
Yeah, if you're ready to get saturated during Christmas lights,
yeah,
I got
see
you.
That.
Yeah.
Angry
Speaking of
Robo.
which, I told people, I said, if you send me a hat, I'll wear it. If you send me a hat, and this right here is a hat from Wintergreen that we unboxed last week, and that's why I got it on half of last podcast in this one. And we also got a box today from another company, didn't we?
We sure did.
Do you want to go ahead and say what it is?
We got the
Here.
Holidynamics. We got the Holidynamics glitzers in today, and it came with all that stuff. We got a couple glitzers and some paraphernalias.
Yeah.
From Familias.
La Familia.
Yeah. So I got the little glitzers here. Let's see if I can plug this in. I don't know if I'm going to read.
Oh, you actually have the power there? Wow.
So do you.
Oh, no, it's too far away. Too far away. Oh, I guess I do have a power stripper.
Yeah.
I guess I got 4 of them here.
It's kind of bright. Look, it's brighter if I point it out than I would if I pointed up. And the little glitzer.
And then there's another one too.
Yeah, there's a multicolor, but it's really close to. Oh, this is a twinkle.
Oh, it's a twinkle. Oh, it's the new twinkle
It's
glitzer.
the new twinkle glitzer. So you get the twinkle. These are really cool in the bushes and in like greenery. It gets a nice little star cluster looking thing. So they're pretty cool. You took the bulb. What's the bulb?
Oh, I don't know.
Let's see what the bulb is.
It looks like a C9.
I mean, it's definitely a C9. Oh, it's a warm white. Can you see? Oh,
Looks like
let's see.
sun warm white.
Let's see if I can pull my power strip. So here's bulb facing up, and here's bulb facing out. Pretty freaking bright there. Look at that, gentlemen and ladies.
Yeah. So if you're looking to send somebody a bulb and get a little free plug on the show, send us a sample. As a matter of fact, we have the new Kingdom bulb coming here today.
Yeah,
It'll be here
I
today.
think this afternoon.
And we'll be shipping out some samples of that one. So pretty excited about that. I haven't said a word about it after last year.
And then here's the multicolor glitzer. It's a little hard to see on the
Was that
cameras.
multicolor?
Yeah. This one does not have a
Oh,
twinkle.
wow.
It's
Look at
just a
that.
little
Look at her
multi.
decoration skills.
Multicolor. There you go. Like the multipass from Total Recall. Or not Total Recall. What was multipass? It's a multicolor glitzer.
Did you get it?
I got it. I'm good.
All right.
Thank you.
Whoops. What did I do? I did something wrong.
It's all about me today.
Yeah. I want to talk about me. Me. Want to talk about me.
So that is the Holidynamics glitzer.
Yeah, the glitzer.
You can find that at Holidynamics.
The twinkle glitzer.
Twinkle glitzer.
Yeah, so
We
that's
do
some
have
free
some
stuff we
glitzers.
got
I got
last there
red.
too.
And warm white and pure white left. But I don't have twinkle.
We had red for days.
I have red for days still.
We have red for days for the red, and you can use those red glitzers almost anywhere.
Yeah, you can put them in your yard stakes. You can put them on the roof.
Yard
You
stakes
can put
look
them-
good for
They
those.
look really good.
They
You
look
put them
really
in
good
your
for those.
bushes, so you don't have to use 10 million strands of mini lights. They're really nice.
Yeah, they're okay in bushes. They're okay on roof lines.
We did them in the bushes at a Chick-fil-A, and they came out really good. And the handrail at the Chick-fil-A.
Oh yeah.
It looks like little bouquets everywhere.
Yeah, we did a 15-inch spacing
Mhm.
on the top of a wrought iron fence that's on the exterior courtyard of the Chick-fil-A. And we just zip tied both sides inside and out of them where they're all facing up. And they actually look like little flower bouquets
Yeah, they're pretty
out
cool.
in Chick-fil-A. The owner was psyched and he's like, I need more. And it's like, hopefully you want some red, dog, because I just used all the pure whites I got.
Yeah. He did
And I
too.
have nowhere to order them right this second. So why don't you take these red?
Yeah.
And we made it all red up in there, didn't we?
All the bushes got red. It looked really good.
Yeah, we're going to do some white lights, but red glitzers, that's the thing this year, right?
Yeah.
So that's that.
Gotta sell what you got. Gotta sell what you got.
But look, this all stems from something I wanted to talk to you about. I don't have all my thoughts together exactly how I want to say it, but what I want to say to you is, there's a lot of people who are teaching, and they're teaching from an employee point of view, or they're teaching, they're not an actual operator. They're just teaching you some stuff. For example, how do you pay your people? And another question is like hiring, some things about hiring. So I think we should get into that, because when you're starting a business out, and clip this right here. When you're starting a business out with no money, the option of paying to do the job is like, that's not an option. Like, you don't have a credit card to, damn, I collected a deposit, but the materials are more than I thought, and I don't have enough money to finish the job. Like, that's not even something that's even can remotely be something that's possible when you start. Every single job that you do, you have to eliminate the possibility of paying to do it. Okay. So let's say, like, I heard somebody give this advice, and this is a very popular person. He said, well, it's really hard to hire, but maybe you need to consider this. It's about $20 and $30 an hour to get a decent person, but you may have to consider spending $40 to $50 per hour to get someone who's really good. And I was listening to that. We're not going to say who that person was, but I was listening to that and going, oh my God, it's the fucking worst advice I've ever heard in my life. Why would I say that?
Well, number one, people that get paid by the hour will milk the clock.
That's interesting. Just like the thing about paying by the hour is you can definitely overpay the amount of money that you're going to do the job, because all you have to do is just say this amount of money per hour, and then just keep on adding more and more hours until there's no more profit left. That's how you do it. It's possible.
Have that profit versus man hour that one of our friends uses, where he says this job will take you 2 hours, and if it takes them more than that, it's too bad, so sad.
Profit per man hour is something that a bigger company does after the fact to figure out how long did it take and then what happened. But when you're first starting out a business, you don't know how long it's going to take, and more than likely it's going to take way longer than you thought. It's going to be way more difficult than you thought. And you're probably going to hire a bunch of people that probably don't work out, just because that's how this business is. And so when you get someone out there on the job site, it might be the third person that you thought was the right person, but they never even made it to the point where they even could complete a successful job by themselves. And all of those things, when you're paying by the hour, I don't recommend that. But let's talk about how you possibly can pay, especially when you're first starting out. You can pay people. What's the different ways, babe?
Day rate.
You can pay them a day rate. Like, this is a lazy way of doing it. But you can say, look, I'll just pay you $200 a day. What's the plus and minus from paying someone? I'll just give you $150 a day or $200 a day. What's the downsides of that?
The downside is they want to work 9 to 5
or less,
and they want you to pay for their lunch. Buy me lunch, boss.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if someone's making by the day, the whole purpose is the work. You make the same amount of money if you work 2 hours or 20 hours. So the whole thing is like, you're looking at your watch like, hey, man,
I forgot. I got to go pick up my kids at school today.
I
totally forgot about that. Oh, I got a doctor's appointment. Yeah, I got a doctor's appointment.
Hey, man, it's getting about 4, my friend. I really got to go. I got to go, my friend.
I got to go to the bank before they close. They close at 4.
Yeah. And then so
these are all things we have heard before.
Yeah. And then so like, your process is bad because right now you're defending yourself. You're like, no, but I got guys, I pay him $200 a day and that guy works all day and all night. It doesn't fucking matter. The fact that your process is broken, but somehow it works in this situation is not scalable. It works with this one person or these isolated situations, but it's not a blanket statement that's scalable. Okay. It's an isolated situation that, yeah, it will work. It will definitely work, but it's not scalable like that, especially when you first start. All right. The other one is what? Paying by the hour.
Paying by the hour, which you already kind of discussed.
Paying by the hour is something that is a value. So just like paying someone by the day, if I could work 2 hours in a day, then technically I'm worth $100 an hour or $125 an hour because I worked 2 hours and made $250. So that's what it is. So the more hours you make, the less you make per hour. Okay. And then you're like, whoa. I agreed to do this, but I didn't agree to work $10 an hour, because you start figuring out like, shit, he wants me to work late. Damn, I could work at McDonald's and make this, so the paying by the day, it's just weird. You have to set up another pay plan to compensate for someone who works a full day.
Or a 15-hour day or something.
Which is a normal day in Christmas. But, you're saying, well, damn, that was like 2 days because I really worked almost 16 hours today. So does that count as 2 days? And you're like, yeah, it's just lazy process. No, that doesn't count like that. No, we don't do it like that. No, we're not going home until the job's done. But you're not paying them when the job's done. You're paying them at the end of the day at whatever you decide the day is. And don't recommend that. Anyway, but that's that. But about the hour, when you're paying someone by the hour, it's a really evaluation of time. And just hear me out when I'm talking to you and just pretend, like I tell Tyrone, pretend that I know what I'm talking about just for a second. It's a psychological agreement. Even if you pay someone by the hour, you're like, well, how many hours am I going to get? Because if I'm only working 20 hours a week, that's not going to pay my bills. It's all about, I have bills to pay, and I want to make sure that I'm making enough money that if I do whatever you say, this is the mutual agreement. If I do whatever you say, that at the end of the week, I'll make sure I have enough money that I make more money than my bills. Because the fun part of life is once your bills are paid, that whatever little money is left over, that's the fun part of life. But if you can't pay your bills, you need to get to that point first. But when you have a little bit of money above and beyond your bills, that's fun. So as long as you can confirm that this job is going to pay enough to take care of my bills is usually the agreement, then I'll do whatever you want to do. And that's how this business arrangement works. But when I say that I'm going to pay you $20 an hour, you are the ultimate decision maker to say, man, I think I'm worth 40. So therefore, I'm only going to give them $20 worth of me. I'm going to give you, I'm not going to try my hardest or nothing. I'm just going to give you, like, you want to put $40 on pump 5? Okay, great. I'm going to give you $40 worth of my time based on my evaluation, because really, I think that if I went full speed, if you would just pay this, then I would really start operating. Or if I was just a business partner, then I would really be, it's all a lie. People, if you want something done, give it to someone who's busy. If someone's not busy, it's for a reason. Okay. So whenever you get into the per hour, it's the evaluation of how much I think my time's worth versus how much you think my time's worth. But the fact that you're paying my bills, I'll just be dead as a zombie and I'll just do menial tasks just because I have to do this because I have bills, not because they're inspired, not because they want to help out, not because they're going to be a game changer, not because you can count on them when you really need them. They just need a job and they're just going to exist and do the bare minimum with you. That happens a lot, especially when you're paying by the hour, because you're guaranteed that you're going to get paid no matter what happens. You think they'll slow down and take their time and really do a good job, but that's not always the case, especially in the Christmas light business. Don't recommend that at all for most people. There are some positions that being paid by the hour, but I don't recommend that at all for anyone ever. If you're starting out the Christmas light installation business with no money, that is a bad idea to pay anyone by the hour.
I mean, I think that's a diamond in the rough to find somebody that's going to work above and beyond there. And you see that, and then you will, want to reward them. Then also you have to think about your company culture. Does your company culture have people that invest themselves because they want to do a good job and they're making $20 an hour or whatever the case may be? But is your culture showing those perks that has value for them to work for that?
When you're starting a company, there is no company culture. You're starting with a mission statement.
Our first year.
It's a mission statement. You're meeting us for the first time. It's like, how long have you been in business? I mean, you can always tell when you're with a big company, because when you're with a big company, you start asking people, how long have you been with the company? Oh, I've been here for like 10 years. It must be a good company because people working there have been there for a long time. I mean, that tells you that it's a good company, because if it's not a good company, you say, well, who's the most experienced person here? Well, Billy's been here for 2 weeks. And that's the most, like, this, and nothing ensues confidence when you're first starting out. Okay. Now, if you have a big ass building and wrap trucks and you got all this shit, yeah, of course you can pay by the hour, because if you make a mistake, it'll be offset by all the other million different things you do. And it's really easy to track it and it's really easy to manage it. But when you're starting off with a business, bad advice. Don't do that. So The way that you could also do it is by performance.
Oh, you forgot one.
What?
Percentage of profit.
Yeah, I said by performance.
Well,
so
that's not percentage.
performance is like, I'm going to give you some kind of like a bonus, or I'm going to give you proprietary information about our company. Like, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you 30% of profit. I'm going to give you 10% of the sales ticket. I'm going to give you whatever. No matter what that is, you're saying that you're going to give proprietary information to the people that work for you. That also is a terrible, you're in a seasonal business. You know, this is why you'll see big companies, and not to point anyone out, but the people have been there for like 5-6 years. And then all of a sudden, all of those people quit this year and they already started their own business. Why do you think that is? You know, you don't share your proprietary information. It's the only thing that separates, you know, the coming from a position of leverage is that everyone brings something to the table. You don't give up proprietary information, you know, to anyone. That is the nucleus of the secure stuff that keeps your business. And that's the difference between your business and someone else's business, is the different things you do differently in proprietary information. You don't share that with anyone and everyone that comes into your fold. That's right there. Bad idea. Okay. Good idea is pay how the customer pays you. Okay. If a customer is going to pay you $500 to put up some lights, okay, or the customer's going to pay you $1,000 to put up some lights, okay, they're not going to pay you $2,000 if it takes longer than you thought. If the materials kind of caught you by surprise and you didn't realize that was going on, they're not going to pay you more. Oh shit, you just started and don't know what you're doing. Oh, I can sympathize with that. Let me meet you halfway and give you half more of what you put. They're not doing that. At the end of the day, once you did, you offered the service that you agreed that you were going to do. That's what they're going to pay you. And so if you're starting a business with no money, that's exactly how you need to pay your guys. At the end of the day, I don't have any money. I don't have any money at all. There's no money to do any of that. The only thing I can pay you is this amount of money based on I charge this much per foot and this or whatever. So therefore I can afford to pay you this. And no matter what happens, you take the risk. If you do it faster or shorter, but you're going to do it like this, you're going to communicate with me like this, you're going to represent my company in this way, but these are the opportunities you have. And when you're done, this is the pay plan based on this. So if the customer buys more, you make more. The customer buys less, you make less. If you have to go back out there a couple times, that's on you, because you transfer the responsibility of doing it and how much it costs to do it onto someone else. And that's the only thing they're compensated to. That's the only way to make sure that you don't pay to do the job. That's the only way. Especially if you have no money and there's no other way, you have to do it in a way that there's no way that you would lose to do a job, even on small profit margins, because you have a small company and it's hard to compete with these big companies with big overheads and beautiful systems that are charging a lot of money. It's very difficult to compete with them. You can for sure. But when you start paying to do jobs because your process is bad, the answer is not just raise your prices. You can raise your prices, but raising your prices is just masking a broken system. The system is not good. That's why you have to raise your prices, because you need to help pay for that job you messed up and take the profits from one customer to help try to get this one to the finish line. So maybe you can get paid on that one after you just made an ass of yourself and you can't fix it. And you have to come back 3 days later with a deposit from someone else to go do it. Why? Because it's not all about raising your prices. It's about the way that you conduct your business, especially if you don't have a lot of money. You can't afford to make not one mistake. It would just completely put you out of business. So this is the process that I'm telling you, and this is the one that works. Can you do it in other ways? Yeah, absolutely. But can you possibly pay to do a job? Hell yeah. Done it many times. I've done it many times. And I've done it many times on purpose and accident. But anyway, that's that. Another one is like when you're hiring people. Like when you're hiring people, always hire people in a mass interview. because you want to see how people get along with each other. Whenever you put people together, the cream always rises to the top. Always. The dominant person in the room will always figure out a way where everyone's listening to them and they're doing. I mean, this is, if you just put people in a room in the same space, you can just see it so clearly without even listening to any words that have been exchanged. You can just see who's a leader and who's not. It's just instantly. Another thing is when you have them in a group, it would be a full-time job to do interviews. Like if you have to hire 15 people, you have to probably interview 60, 70 maybe to get 15 really good ones that you think is going to represent your business correctly.
Okay.
And to do 75 individual interviews, the whole season's like 45, 50 days or something. It's like, there's no time for that. You bring in all 20 people and talk to them at the same time, figure who you have, rank them where you think they're ranked. And if you only need one crew, I need this one. But if I need another one, here's the next best, I think, and so on and so forth, like that. That's how we do it, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to get some good ones, okay? And I'm going to bring this back into pricing. You're going to get some good people working for you, okay? You're going to find an A-list person. You're going to find a good person. But finding an A-list person is only half the battle. It's very difficult, but it can be done, and we've done it many times. The second part is harder than the first part. Is once you find them, how do you keep them? It's not really finding them. You can find them because they're all over the place. It's keeping them. How do you keep them? And you keep them because you keep them busy. You keep them making money. There's more money than he could ever or she could ever want to make. Okay? But if you're the type of person that you're taking these jobs and you're saying, hey, what do you want to pay me? Oh, that? Yeah, I could probably make money off of that, and there is profit in that. But no, it's not $18 a foot or whatever. If that's the way you're thinking, it's hard to hire an A-list person and say, I only have work on Monday, and I think I might have another one that's about to say yes on Thursday. They're not going to do that. So sometimes when you're taking jobs so you can keep that person busy until you get this other one, so you can keep a good person working for you. So when you make your licks, you got someone to send out there if you're not personally doing it. Right? That's all about scheduling and keeping people busy and keeping people employed where they're happy with you. Sometimes you take those jobs so you can get them started earlier in the season so they can get working. Also, in our business, you'll find out later that the bigger companies are busy earlier and they're busy later. Anyone's can be busy in November. But by November, a lot of these people who are saying, I'd really like to get into the Christmas light business. You're like, hey, I'd like to work with you because you seem like a nice guy. And I like that your business is saying that you're about these things and I can identify with that. But I'm ready to work right now. And so-and-so's got all this work and stuff. And I really want to work with you. But I tell you what, let me go work with him for about a week. And then when y'all start getting some business lined up, call me up and we'll see what happens. They're already gone. They're already working for someone else because you're not busy enough to keep them. So that's another thing when you're talking about pricing and, you're trying to secure the work. You say, I'm really concerned about that. You have plenty of workers, but you have ones that are really, 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 really the best that you got to feed that horse, but you can't run a huge company with just 2 employees, right? You're going to need 10, 15, 20 people, depending on where you go. And the reason why I would like to position myself as a person that is a dominant force in the Christmas light industry is we have nobody working for us. We have no one on contract. It's just me and Laura here. Not one employee, none, 0. And every year we hire the whole entire force every single year and then go back from scratch every single year. And I don't know of anyone that's doing that.
Well, we have returning people.
Well, we have returning people. I mean, you bank on returning people. I mean, because they make good money, they like you, they're part of your family, and they come back, for whatever reasons. But God forbid, no matter what happens, it's not on them to figure it out. It's on you to figure it out. It's on you to figure it out. All the pressure's on you. Not the person that told you, hey, do it this way, and they got their feet kicked up at the fire, and they're watching Netflix, and they're chilling with their family around Christmas. That ain't the life of a Christmas light installer. You're going through the pressures of it, and the phone ringing, and who needs what and stuff. And that's the real life of someone who's an operator. Okay, so I said a lot. Did someone say something? We got a comment over here.
I just put it up.
You did? Oh, did I just
You
take
took
it down? Stop touching it. Get off my stuff. All right. Do you hire W-2 or 1099s for the season?
We use 1099.
Yeah, unless you want someone filing unemployment and stuff like that.
And just because they usually don't do it on 1099, every once in a while somebody will file unemployment on 1099, but we 1099.
Yeah. It's just with the terms and conditions. Like as soon as someone files 1099, they only work for 1 week, and you then it's like, okay, maybe if I have them sign this form instead, maybe, this year I do it this way. And you don't know if this stuff's going to work. Like you're thinking, well, I think this is going to work until you actually get a chance to test it out, which could be the next season. You're like, damn, I didn't work either. But every year it's like that.
We have a subcontract agreement
Mm-hmm.
when they do the 1099, and we also do a release of liability. They're supposed to carry their own insurance. So they're as a subcontractor.
And every communication is in the language that you speak. Being a good communicator. I speak perfect Spanish. Perfect. On Google Translate. Right, Bo?
Yes.
So we have Hungarians that work for us, and their paperwork is in Hungarian, because if you ever had like people who don't speak English that are working for you, and you're like having a group interview and there's 20 people, but there's like 2 or 3 people that don't speak Spanish. You're like, hey, anybody speak English? Okay. Who doesn't speak English? Yes, habla español. That's my español. Okay. Can y'all help me do me a favor and translate? Okay. So you'll speak for about an hour or 30, 40 minutes. And then you're not really seeing a lot of like, what is he saying? Can you translate that? And you're like, damn, that person hasn't heard one word I've said. And then at the end, as soon as you're done talking, they'll say, hey, man, what'd he say? What'd he say? And he's like, oh, man, he just said basically we're working, we're going to make good money and something else, like 3 sentences, right? And he's like, okay. And you're like, hey, are you sure you explained all that shit to him? Oh, yeah, I did. He's good. He said he's good. You make good money. He said he's good. It's like, I know, but I was saying that stuff because I want you to know about all these terms and conditions, and you have to wear a company shirt while you're on the property, or a red shirt. You're not allowed to bring your wife on the property. There's no children allowed. There's no dogs allowed. When you show up,
using the client's bathroom.
No using the client's bathroom when you get there.
No parking in the grass.
It's like no dropping a stapler on a Mercedes Benz and busting the window out. I mean, it's like just
no
all
cigarette butts.
It's all these things. It's all these things, like a million things that we're not trying to beat you down. I just want you to know that the people that trust me to put their Christmas lights up are very important to me. I mean, the most important to be trusted with someone's Christmas experience is like equivalent, in my opinion, to be trusted with their wedding day, or to be trusted with something that's one of the most significant moments in their life, that this could be, one of the most special Christmases, and you're part of that tradition. They're trusting you. It's a very important responsibility, and I take it seriously. And I want to make sure that we're doing the best product. I'm not sending some idiots over there. I'm sending our best to every single job. And that's what I do. And that process is grueling. So what you're going to do is a pair of lips will say anything. So when someone tells you that they can work and you want to give them a chance because you're getting desperate and you really need somebody, it's typically what happens. And they're like, well, yeah, I can get up there on flip-flops and shit. And, I hung lights one time when I was like 8 and stuff. No problem with ladders. No, none, zero. And steep roofs, no problem. I mean, I ain't never been on a steep roof, but no problem. I could probably do it. So, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a training pay. And the training pay, you're going to make $100 a day for up to 3 days, and that's you're going to train with someone, because people are making commission only. They don't want to share. They don't want to share the commission of somebody just sitting there doing nothing and watching and stuff like that. The crews don't want anyone to be out there training. You got to pay for the training. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you $100 a day, up to 3 days. You ride with him all day. You learn the whole entire thing, how to communicate with me, how to finish out the job, how to send the pictures, how to do it correctly, all that kind of stuff. Weatherproofing, waterproofing, all that. As soon as you complete your first job successfully by yourself with your crew or whatever, as soon as you complete that first job, I'll give you that training pay retroactive. You'd be very surprised at how many people never get to the point where they install that first house. When you're paying by the hour and you don't have this training pay and that all that figured out, you've done paid at least 10 people that didn't work out. Like, well, no, I was out there helping somebody. He's like, man, he wasn't doing shit. He was sitting on his phone. He left at 3 o'clock. No, man, but you said you're going to pay me. You're going to pay me this money. It's like, and you just got money coming in. So you're just making stupid decisions because you know what? Your process isn't right. When your process isn't right, the only thing you can do is raise your prices to hide it. You know what I mean? But your prices need to be so you can get jobs. But you have to have a process that you can still make sure that you're never going to make money. If I bought it for $10, if I sold it for $10.01, I would make 1 cent profit, period. There's no other things to think about. If I sold it for $15, I know I'm going to make $5 because the most I'm going to pay for this is $10 and I'm making $5 or whatever it is. You need to know your numbers. So that's the reason why we pay the way we do still today. What else, Bo?
I don't know.
How do you pay your workers, hiring, keeping them?
Daniel wants to know how you gained 100 pounds overnight.
No, I actually lost weight. What is he talking about?
Your video being that your angry video.
I actually lost weight. I'm at a all-time low right now for how much I weigh. Where's this at? Someone talking shit. Let me see. Oh, yeah, Daniel. Yeah, you always got to count on your friends. They prop you up. Yeah, so I actually lost weight. I've actually weighed in last night at a record low. I'll share it with you. I'm not worried about that. It was 277 I finally got to, and then it was 273 last night. And I said, 273.8. And then I ate some food and everything this morning, got back on the scale. It was 272 point something. So maybe I'm down with something.
He's down. He doesn't follow any scale rules where you get up when you get up in the morning. He weighs in the middle of the night, way after dinner.
Shorts on with a wallet in my pocket.
Clothes,
I'm just interested.
Everything, pockets full. You know, us ladies, we take every single thing we possibly can off. Let me cut my hair. I might lose a little bit too.
Yeah, I just stepped out the bathroom. Now jump on the scale. That's probably a pound right there, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, if you weigh yourself with clothes on, then you're like, well, but I got clothes on. So, you have to factor in that could be 15 pounds, right? So you got to, you got to ease into it. That's how I do it. But yeah, I'm actually down. I appreciate the AI video thing. But yeah, I have lost a little bit of weight, but not as much weight as the AI video kind of claims that I've lost. Oh, we got to take a phone call.
Oh, is somebody?
You think we can take a phone call? You want to call in?
He is just messing with you.
I know he's messing with me.
It's okay. He didn't take it to heart.
Yeah,
I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, call this number. Call into the show. Let's get somebody on the phone. This will be the first time ever trying this.
We're in trouble now.
Let me see if it even works.
So that was all about performance pay, is what it's called. Performance pay, in case you were wondering.
Yeah, so we pay 80 cents a bulb and $3.50 per strand of mini lights. That's what we pay. And we charge by the strand of mini lights, and we charge. I can show you something while we're waiting on. Yeah, if you want to call in, call in. No one's ever called in, but if you want to call in, call in. I'm going to show you something here while we're waiting for some calls.
And that really helps, especially whether you do pricing by the foot or you do packages, up to 150 feet or whatever, because the guys will sit there and count because they're counting their money on that roof. And then that leaves you room for any trouble calls that might happen and also your takedown. So don't forget you have to pay for takedown too. And you can't do it all by yourself.
If the customer wants to add some stuff, like if the customer wants to add something, you can add whatever you want to because you already got the price negotiated. You want to go down the side over here? All right, what are we talking about? 60 bulbs or something? But like if you're doing a tree, like let's take this down. If you're doing a tree and you ain't got no money and you say, well, how many strands of tree we're going to put into that tree? You can't just say the tree is maybe about 10 to 20 strands. Like you can't do that because the changes how much you pay versus how much the strands cost. It's just too much money to do it that way. You could possibly pay to do the job, especially if you have no money. Like us now, we could do it, no problem. Just because we have money. But even then, we ran out of damn mini lights pretty much every year, right?
Oh, my gosh. We always had mini lights.
It's like when you buy a case, you're like $200 and some dollars. It's like, no. I especially if you're selling it to the customer. You can't get that stuff back. We sell it by the strand. Every strand costs me money, costs you money. I pay him. I mean, that's the way it works. If he put 15 on there, then I know that I charged the customer 15 because that's what he's turning into payroll to me. Let me confirm with the customer. Boom. Whatever you did, whatever you earned every penny. And because I make the same thing you do on the same perspective scale. That's how we do it. And it's very easy to understand for the customers and all that.
And then Daniel also said, great advice. Same with uniforms. Don't give them out until you know they're going to stay.
Yeah, we make them wear a red shirt. Oh, also, no workers are allowed on a job site until they've come in and met me in person. Not somebody that you met and you say he's going to be good as a helper. Nope. They got to come meet me first because they got to get past that sniff test. Under no circumstances should someone be on a job site and they're like, hey, your guy's here. What's his name again? And you have no idea. You have no idea who his name is.
We make sure we have a picture of their ID. If they're working under a green card, you have to picture the green card. And I take a picture of them in person. And then also we have them sign the release.
Picture with them with a Santa Claus hat on. And then I put it, right now we're using Jobber. We won't be using Jobber next year, but right now we're using Jobber. So it says like so-and-so's on the way. And you see the guys that are on the, like, you know, on the way with their Santa Claus hat on. You can see their faces and all that. And it kind of helps out. Like they're going to be driving this kind of truck and just kind of communicating a little bit more. Like whenever you request an Uber and it shows you the guy's name and what he's driving and the license plate. So when they pull up, you're like, okay, that these are the guys that are with the company that's on the way. It's just
unless somebody's borrowing, like my Instacart delivery person, it might say Grace, but then Ahmed shows up. The boyfriend shows up. Kind of shocked me the other day.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're not Grace.
You didn't say the all trespassers will be shot sign at the top of the ranch here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mama don't be playing around. She be shooting people. But anyway, I'm gonna show you a little tool and show you how this works.
Oh.
All right. So
are we live on this now?
So the design studio in ChristmasContractor.com, it is 5 hours away from being live.
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. It's so cool.
It's 5 hours away from being live. But okay, so where are we at? We're on Contractor. Okay. So if you're on this right here, this is like a house.
It's like a house? It kind of looks like a house.
This is like a house. It's an example house. I can do the street view and pull the street view into the facade and stop it, but you can upload a photo or whatever and stuff, or let's just use this little demo house. But yeah, this will be live. You can upload photos and use this shit probably at the end of the day. By tomorrow for sure, you can use this. So if you're doing C9 lighting, how many feet do you think this house is, Laura?
I think it's 185, 190.
185, 190? Huh?
Just the roof line?
Yeah. How many feet do you think it is?
185, 190. That's what I'm going with.
You think 185?
30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 90.
Explain to people how you're counting right now.
Okay, so I know that the garage door, that looks like a single garage that's 8 feet wide. And so you think about that garage being onto each of the pieces of the gutter line, or you can use your front door. I like using the garages. Ron likes using the front door.
Well, yeah. So I mean, there's a couple constants. Like for example, archway. The small archway is 27 feet
for the most part.
It's 27 bulbs.
But that garage door is definitely the most constant. Well, maybe not an archy one, but
they're 8 by 10. Yeah. So
I'm going to say 185 to 190. And I would
on the garage, on the single, that's 26 feet.
I would estimate it at least 10 bulbs higher just to give myself grace because you have that drop back on the left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So another garage single right here. So put that single garage there.
Look at that. I like that little green dot.
And then we'll get ourselves a little rate. We're on ChristmasContractor.com that has a free design studio right now. That will be available tonight, and it's more than just that. So you have a garland. Like if you wanted to put garland, you can just go like this and just draw a line. It'll make garland, or you can say I want to do it like this. I mean, it's pretty cool.
Wow.
To do whatever you want. But if you have like say a wreath, what do you want? A 36? On this one needs a 60-inch wreath, right?
60s.
So you can do a 60-inch wreath. You can do a canvas bow or a lit bow. So let's say lit bow. So I like going or mixed noble. Yeah, the mixed noble. Yeah. We got a lot of those. So you get a mixed noble, and you see how it's cool, like with the day and the night. Look at that.
Yeah.
Daytime. We'll make it a little bit smaller, about like this. And then we'll get another one and put them over here like that. Yeah. Sorry, we got the night mode. Working on the night mode. Then you can do like a ridge line. So if you do the ridge line, and you're probably saying, why are you typing all these things in there? Or if you're an asshole, you might be saying, AI is much faster. It's not. I'll show you in just a second. So this is the ridge line right here. And it goes down like this, and it goes up like this. Now, the ridge line is hard to do because
you have some hidden spots.
Can't see. What's that?
Yeah, hidden spots, like the right side probably drops
on
down
top
more.
of, on top of here, you can't. Can you see my screen? My mouse?
Can see it.
Yeah.
Oh, your mouse.
Yeah. So on the top of the things, it's not there. But let's say this is a normal house, right? 2 reefs and some ridge line and stuff and an archway. I mean, you might be able to do like a large window or whatever.
Maybe a walk path. I could see a walk path going on there.
Is that what you would do?
I would do a walk path.
All right. So you have a large window. What is it?
Money
Mini
on
lights?
the ground.
So a walk path?
Mm-hmm. Walk
All right.
path.
Let's
Maybe
do some
the
yard
bushes.
stakes. So you mean like you just hold shit. I fucked up. So you hold shift to keep it straight, or you can just freehand it like this. Yeah. Anyway, so let's go with
oh, you're doing flower beds. I like that.
Isn't that what you were talking about?
I was talking about the walking path, the path to the door.
This thing.
Yeah, that.
Oh, okay. All right, let's say we got this. All right. So on the yard stakes on that one, let me see what I got here. I got pathway lights, that one. All right, and 194 is what it came up with.
Oh.
189, and then this one is
189 is where it was at.
I think it's probably right there. All right, so
Look
once
at me, I'm dead eye.
You got it. Yeah, you got it. All right. So anyway, this is the design that you have. Okay. And now I could have did colors. I could have said like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do a red and a pure white like this.
Yes, I like that.
And then we're going to put it all the colors.
And you just switched it like that.
Yeah. Or you can say, you know what? Let's do the 2-2 combination or the 3-3 combination. Or let me talk about like red tip. That's white tips. What do they call that? Santa Claus nose?
Yeah. Santa Claus hats.
Yeah.
Do red, white, and green.
Or red corners, tips and corners. See how it's on the windows and stuff? Yeah, that's cool.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Anyway, so you have that. Which one did you say you like?
I like red, white, and green.
Yeah, so you could do red, pure white, and green like that. Yeah. So anyway, but if you have this, say you have red, white, and green, and then let's do the tree. I could do like totally custom here and do everything a different color. But let's say we do a tree and we're gonna do a canopy wrap, or say branch and canopy. This is one. So we'll do pure white on the trunk, and we'll say that's about 5 strands. And then on the canopy, we're gonna do red.
Oh, the one we're changing.
I know, I have it on there. It's fine. We'll do this, and then that one's probably 54, and we'll complete that tree. All right. So when I got this right here, I have enough I could do this big tree here too, but I have enough to make a deal here. So basically, with the scope of work, we have the red C9. Is it all red? Let's get some white in there. It's because I have this thing that says change all. I should have unclicked that, and then I could have did different colors. But say we did the red and white or whatever. Okay. Anyway, so right here you have, like when you're doing an estimate, is it recommended or optional? So the roof line's always usually on there. The ridge line is typically optional.
Totally.
The large window, I would say optional. I would say the C9
depends on what they say on the phone.
Yeah. If you're getting that vibe, then you want to go ahead and have it included in the price. But you say the archway is usually recommended. The garage door, let's say that's recommended, especially on this one. The C9 stakes, let's say that's optional. And the tree, let's put the tree as recommended. And then the greenery, let's say that's
optional.
Let's say some sprays on the side, right? Let's go with some sprays here. Let's go with some greenery. And let's go with these little sprays. Let's go mixed noble with a canvas bow. And we'll make it pure white and red in there.
I mean, I would suggest lit bow because you already have lit bows. You want to be matchy.
Yeah. All right. So let's do that. We'll add one of these, and then I'll go ahead and put it over here, one on each side of the door. All right. So basically, looks like a little strawberry.
It does.
Anyway, so basically, when you're looking at this, it has everything that you set up. You can have your custom saved ones. This is a demo. But when you're looking at this, let me put myself down a little lower here. Damn, what happened to my screens?
You froze?
No, I was looking at something. Anyway, so this is what you're going to do, recommended or optional. So you can do some things optional. Oh, the garland. We never did no garland. All right, so the wreath, decorated sprays. Okay, we're good. And then if you want to do a discount or something, you can do like a first responder, 10% or not. But anyway, the way this is, it's not counting anything that says optional. So anything that says optional right here is not counted into the total, only the recommended. So with all the recommended things right here, based on this price, so if you open up your pricing, you say, hey, I'm charging $6 a foot. I'm charging $6 a foot for ridgeline or whatever that is. I'm charging this much for ground stakes. I'm charging this much for permanent lights. I'm charging all this stuff. By the way, if you're looking at permanent lights, you can just go like the permanent lights, and you can just switch over to permanent lights, and it'll just show you what permanent lights is. It also tells you the materials that you need to get the permanent lighting system.
So you have material list on the left side, the estimates in the center, and the material list that you need is on the left.
Right.
Okay.
And you can also change, like, depending on if your picture isn't exactly like this, you can change your spacing to, you can
make your adjustments.
Yeah, you can make your adjustments and change your bulb spacing to, match how, like, if you have a picture that's far away or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And see, all you do for the measurement is you just draw a box around the door, and then it already knows that this archway is 27 feet. So it already knows that the garage is this. So as soon as you do that, that's what calculates how many feet. Yeah.
Okay.
By certain things that are true numbers. So when you're going down through here, though, so you're seeing this scope of work right here, and it's telling you that it's $1,300 or $1,134 is what the base is, and then there's $1,700 of options. Okay, so it's a $2,126 is what it is. Now we do a 75% deposit for new customers because we started while we were broke. And what you learn is if you need like a 230-foot house, they don't have a 234-foot kit. You have to buy like minimum, like usually 500 foot of socket wire, and you got to buy some extra of the bulbs. So all this is going to be maybe just as much money as you charging for the job, it seems like. Depending, especially on the first one, because you have to buy enough materials for 3 jobs, it seems like, just to get one job done.
Yeah.
All right.
So you get a discount on buying bulk.
Yeah, so if you look over here on the paycast, when I said the 80 cents a bulb and what we do for takedown and stuff, this right here is showing you that the C9 lighting will be this much to install, $252 and $78 to take down. You'll have the install labor total is $353. The takedown total is $117, so it'll be $470.83 a payroll. Period.
That's good.
The profit summary is the material cost is going to be $1,395.94. The labor is going to be $470.83. You're going to make 34.1% profit based on that pricing. This is money in the bank. That's what you're going to do, unless something
shorty what you drank.
Super crazy. Unless you do something super crazy, that's what you're going to do. You already know the profit. You also know the materials. You need 132 red bulbs and you need 130 pure white bulbs in this exact configuration that we are right now. If I added something, it would change. You need socket wire, 289 feet, because you need more socket wire than bulbs. You need 183 clips. You need 6 hot glue sticks. You need C7 canopy. That one's actually wrong. The C7 canopy. Oh. Yeah, it's probably about 60 on that one. So 60 on that one, and I think the branch route was only 5 strands. Okay. Anyway, so I got that one done. So you'll need that. And then you have your mixed noble. You have 2 each. You have the bows that you need, the right size. You need to know how many males, females, how much lamp cord you're going to need, how many extension cords, and a digital timer. That's what you're going to need for this job. If you open up the materials, it'll show you all the products that you need and how much they cost on our website. Okay. So when you're saying is, where are you getting the actual material cost of $12.95? That's if you bought buy the case, buy the pack. Now, if you push buy materials for this, you can toggle on like, oh, I already got some socket wire, but I just need that. But as soon as you push that button, add to cart, then you can go right to your Shopify, and every single thing that I put in there, it's all in the cart right here.
You got spritzers in there.
Well, these are from something that was already in the cart.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything that I had in that thing is right here now in the cart. I had these over here. Oh, these are for the tree. But it tells you exactly what you need. You can round up by in the case, and this automatically does it.
Wow.
That's kind of cool. But anyway, back to the design studio.
And that's 5 hours away. You have 5 more hours of finishing touches.
It's done. Well, you're going to see things right here where it says Kingdom operating system upgrade, where I can show all my estimates for all the people coming in, and they have an estimate thing for that.
Mm-hmm.
But you'll have access to that one probably in September when we do our little trip. But anyway, that's how you buy the materials. Something that's really cool too is you can check your inventory. So if you have these jobs right here to the left and you have 10 of them, you'll know a total of all the materials that you need. That's when you buy. You don't just get one customer to buy the materials. Typically you have a couple customers, then you use the customer's money to buy in bulk and get as much materials as you can. You want to spend every bit of profit that might be coming your way and reinvest every penny of it at the beginning of the season with the customer's money. Then you can take those poker chips, because you don't think that they're worth money because they're just bulbs or they're just something. But when you exchange them for money, you're like, oh, that's $10,000 of materials there. Like if you said, oh, I got 5 boxes of this and 4 boxes of this, and it's over in the shed, and you just go over there and get a box and something. But the same person wouldn't say, hey, I have $15,000 cash that's sitting into my storage unit. Just go in there and just take a few $100 bills and leave the rest. You just don't think about it like that. You don't think about it like that, but that's what it is. They're poker chips. They're meant for, you invest into buying this material. You're investing into yourself. This is what you're playing with. This is your poker chips. Then you bet every single thing you possibly can on yourself, and then you win. And that's when you start on a mountain. You go down in the valley a little bit in the middle of the season, but you come out of it on a higher mountain than you started. And believe me, when you're in the valley, it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. I might be grabbing a glass of champagne like Laura's doing over here. So that's that. That's that about that. So what else can I say? It also show you if you're purchasing and leasing in the inventory. We have new inventory. We also have existing inventory. In my estimation, your inventory cuts in half every single year. So if your inventory is $1 a bulb, it's 50 cents next year, and the next year it's worth 25 cents, and the next year it's worth
whatever,
12 and a half.
Sure.
Or whatever.
You want to get specific, I guess.
I mean, but that's the value of the lights. It's like 50% of everything. Now, true, when you buy a wreath, the next year you own it for free, and it's straight profit. But if you know anything about Christmas, there's nothing about, oh, it's just put it back. I mean, it costs labor to make it look good again. It's maintenance and stuff like that. So you're not actually selling it, and it's really only worth half of what it was last year. As that's the way that this business works. So anyway, back to this. That is super cool. It also, if you're a homeowner, Contractors, you'll get to see your different vendors here. Kingdom Radio. For now, no one's even on the site. It's not even up yet. But you have ChristmasContractor.com, your number one featured vendor, and maybe you can put your service here. You got trees, maybe steep gear. We got a lot of different companies that can go in here. But that's super cool. Super cool. What else? What else are we not showing here? Bows, different area codes. You can get just your bow.
What about the custom button? What can you do there?
Well, right now I only have this one box. I was trying to get it done, but I can upload. You can upload yourself too, and just upload something and have like your whole list of whatever. Clients. What's cool about clients is you can save this one, and then like I can save this one, residential, and how they hear about us, whatever. But this is going to kick out an estimate. So basically, check this out. This is something I've never showed you guys, and I'm glad you're listening to me. And you're going to engage with me, and I'm going to help you make money, and I'm going to save you from making stupid mistakes. So this right here is the customer's view. Like you'll send them you'll send them a quote. So you're looking at your screen. This is a screen like what they're looking at. So they're looking at a screen that as you're decorating it, it's an interactive screen that they can see what you're decorating. Then they can see like, okay, so it says ridge line. Okay, so so if I got the ridge line, it'd be 786 more. Oh, okay. They can see the total change. Are you with me on this?
That's the client side.
This is the client's point of view. This is the client's estimate point of view. As you're building it, as you're talking to them on the phone, they're looking at this screen right here.
Okay.
Once you send it to them.
Okay.
So an interactive estimate, they can say, oh, okay, the ridge line, and they can see it move from the house off and on. And they can see the price with and without it. Then you can see, okay, archway. Okay, what I want to do here. The garage was optional, but that changes the price only $240. Okay, so if I took these off, and so that way, what you run into is you send the customer a design rendering.
Yeah.
But it's not the approved rendering. You're submitting it to see what they want, and hopefully they'll approve it, but you want to make it look nice, but there's no way to get it exactly what they want. And you want to show them more stuff. So that way they can sit here and they can go through what it looks like, not on just anyone's house, on their house. And they can see, oh, without the garage, and you can see some of those things, or even without the wreaths. And then this is what the estimate looks like, scope of work, whatever. And then it goes down to, your terms and conditions, stay lit warranty, lease agreement, what happens next. And then they can this is the deposit. This is the remaining balance. You want to commit all these little terms, sign your name right here and approve the estimate. It's just Big Ron over in the house, and then approve estimate, boom. But if you're looking up here, this is where the rubber meets the road. So if you say, you know what, I want pure white.
Oh.
Customers need a chance so they can do their colors. So they can also do red and white, or they can say, you know what, I'm a custom person, so I want to have like all my roof pure white. But on the ridge line, I think I want to do that red.
Oh, yeah.
And then on here in this archway, I'm going to do that one warm white and red. And I think I'm going to do the garage like that too. And then, or maybe I can do pure white here, or pure white and red there. So the customer can make whatever changes they want. You can also change the colors inside the reefs of the mini lights.
Uh-huh.
So the customer has all those options, and then they can approve the colors.
Oh, that's good.
Approve the colors. So you have a job, and then right now, as soon as I come down here and I click to approve estimate, it's going to have a snapshot of exactly what was approved. Not 1-1 combination, but the customer wants 2-2. The customer wants a 2-2 combination because fucking ChatGPT did something or added an additional garage that's not even there or whatever. This is exactly what's approved. And no matter what language you speak, this is the approved version of what they selected and what they didn't. That's the only thing you want the contractor to see that works for you. Now, see, they're going to be looking at a different version that looks like this, where you're going to this one. Once it's approved, this is the exact one that they'll see. They see the materials that they need and everything. You're good on this, but you need more hot glue sticks. That's the way we have it working here. It has all the inventory from Kingdom Christmas lights is in there. How much is on the cruise inventory? This is what they got on each truck. If I gave them these
goodness.
jobs, then this is what they'll need left above and beyond what they already have. I already know what they need on every job. It already sets it. I mean, this is the operating system to run a Christmas light installation business. Kingdom Christmas Lights is tenant zero in digital real estate, but this is it. I'm going to give you guys, since it's the anniversary for the 250th American Christmas, we're going to let it this year and let you jump in there. But the best part is right here is Espanol. Okay, capaz Espanol, my friend. What? And so then everything's in Spanish. Okay, so everything's in Spanish. And if you look at this right here where it says the phone number, you don't need to give the phone number. You don't need to give the text. Just push this button. It calls you from our operating system number. If you push this button, it texts like a Google Voice similar, but we have our own Kingdom Comms is what it's called. So this direcciones, I guess that's the directions.
Directions with
as soon as
Google
they
Maps.
push it, it has the tracking. As soon as Google Maps gets there, it says, hey, they just got to the job. It's the full way of running the Christmas light business that's inside my head, is in the system, is exactly how we do it.
The full Monty.
The half a Monty.
The full Ronnie.
Yeah, the whole run, you go the whole thing, my friend. So the pick tickets are similar too, because when you get, hey, I got all these jobs, you can sit there and look at the pick ticket. If I had those colors approved and that job was approved, it would show an approved version of what's approved. But it shows you like how many materials are on this ticket, and it shows you what they need to pull, what crews have what, and what you need to pull. So he needs at least 20 strands of mini lights, so you can give him a case, and you can just transfer a case to him. And then I got the inventory. I only say, hey, man, I forgot. How many red bulbs? Do you have any red bulbs? Do you have any green bulbs? Because you have no fucking idea who has what. Because you gave it to someone 4 or 5 days ago and you forgot who did that bulb with green. And then you're like, man, I got another green job. Who the hell had the green? Now you can just look at a dashboard and it says this person has the green, and I can assign it to this person because they have everything they need, or they only need 2 bows. So I can assign it to him, and I got to figure out the 2 bows. And that's where these pick tickets come in. Who needs what in the pick tickets? I mean, this is a whole nother level. If you're on a contractor view, the contractor view, as soon as you put in your zip code, like say it's, give me one.
Like local?
I don't care. 90210.
Oh.
Yeah. So if I put in here like 90210, then it would say, hey, if you want this job done right here, we can go ahead and send that estimate to somebody. And probably this OC Light Bright in Orange County, California might be the first pick. And Seaside Lighting Company in Orange County, California would be our second recommendation, or OC Holiday Lighting. And you just do the request package, and they'll send the estimate and say, this is what the customer is looking for. Or they can, if it's on mobile, we don't have this design for desktop, for mobile, just because this design right here is just way too hard to do on a phone. So if you're on a phone, you just get this little contact information, so this is available only for desktop. If you're trying to run your business from mobile and not a laptop or something, it's going to be very difficult. You can do it. I've seen some people do it. David Merle does it. But it's just like fighting with one hand tied behind your back. A true workstation, you want like multiple screens eventually. But if you don't have it at first, don't worry. We didn't start with that. Laptop hooked up to the TV, baby. That's the 2 screens. I can go back and forth with this wired mouse. Couldn't afford a wireless, remember?
That's right.
Yeah. Had to borrow money even to get the $300 laptop. Humble beginnings, but anyway, so you can find a contractor anywhere in the country. To find a contractor, there's way more to talk about that, but finding a contractor, Plantersville, Spring, Porter. I mean, if you say, what's it, Richmond, or what's give me something in Virginia, 22554. That was my zip code. 22554 in Virginia, baby. So if I'm in Virginia, it's going to say, who we got here? VA Stafford Outdoor Lighting Services, 194. And then you have Medallions Christmas Lights and VA Stafford Shine Installers. So this, we have featured placement listing. If you're a vendor, this is for This is I'm sorry. This is for an installation company that wants to be featured in the front. We have a list of contractors. So if you're just looking at Virginia, it'll pop out the first 20. Yeah, it gives you the first 20, and then you have to go page by page. There's like 10 pages of Virginia contractors, and this is all the ones that are close to that area, just in Virginia. So you're like, hold on, we need Quantico, Dumfries. So what do we got here? We got Woodbridge Christmas Light Pros. Let me check these homies out. Let me check out these homies at Wood. Oh, yeah. So it's got their website, and it's got their stuff.
You just clicked on the website?
Yeah, well, I mean, everything's hooked up in here. It just went to another screen. But anyway, going back in here, you can look at the whole entire country. How many people you think is in the directory? And it's not even open yet. It'll be open up tomorrow. But how many people you think is in the directory?
Well, you told me you were gonna have like 10,000, so maybe close to 10,000 now.
Yeah, so I probably fell short of that mark, is what you're saying.
I don't know. Oh, 9,000.
9,081 contractors, 48 states represented. We also have Washington, D.C. I can't forget about that. And 3,514 cities have contractor profiles. In the United States, there's 40,900 zip codes in the lower 48, and we have 3 results for every zip code in the U.S.
Wow.
That was step 1 that I did like 3 months ago. 4 months ago.
4.5.
Dude, I'm telling you, as soon as I'm done with this website, I got some AI agents that's going to make some human beings look ridiculous. There's no way you can keep up with them.
So that's the map.
This is the map of all the contractors. But see, since people haven't said, hey, I live in this exact city, it's just generally general. Has like DFW. You'll find some stuff like, oh, there's nobody in Texas. Hold on. What the hell's going on here? What's going on here?
You have to zoom in or something? It's just not showing.
I'm getting the
on that
janky
map.
vibe. I'm getting janky vibes here. Let me see here.
Might want to make a note and check that.
I'm getting the janky vibes here. Yeah, that's the whole. I'm sitting here working on Claude and Fable on this other screen over here. So I don't know. This is an actual local hosted right here. It's coming on. Let's see here. All states, all installers. Let's see the actual map. Let's see what the hell is going to happen here. But yeah, it has vendors and it has talent. So we'll have the hiring thing. It's like a Indeed. I'll have the hiring on here. Hiring next week. But yeah, so let me see here. Where the hell's going on here? Yeah, it's right here.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
That looks a little more full.
Yeah, just connecting the right directories and stuff to the right things. But yeah, this is H-Town. So what do we got here? We got so they got some of them here. Where's Kingdom Christmas Lights? What is this? Like 3 different contractors? Oh, H-Town Lights. We know them.
I know that is.
Yeah, I know them. Cypress. What's this one? Holy Christmas Lights.
We're up and to the left.
Green Gate. This one got 2. Top of Houston. Yardbirds. We over here, I mean, right? Kingdom Christmas Lights. Rigid Roofing. Yeah, so I mean, it's got not every Christmas light company, but if you're on the list and if you're on the list and you don't have a distribution system and stuff like that, it's grabbed a lot of them. It grabbed 10,000 real quick and then I just stopped. But yeah, pretty much anywhere in the whole entire country.
So if they're not on lists where they can claim the profile, they can go in and create their own profile. Is that how it's going to go?
Yeah, you sure can. I mean, Austin's pretty deep.
It's deep.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but as soon as we haven't even opened up the website yet. As soon as we open up the website, it's going to be game on. There's a lot in DFW, but these are all in the same pin drop. So once people get their own pin drops, of their address, it'll be different. But yeah, it's going to be awesome. Murphy's not in here. He'd be up in here, right? Inception Lighting. No, not in Denton. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, Murphy's not here.
Well, he just has to go in and put his
Yeah,
listing
he gonna
on
have
there.
to. He gonna have to. I ain't doing that shit for him. Not after that conversation we had today. He gonna have to do it for himself.
Uh-oh.
I'm just joking. Got nothing but love from my homie. Yeah. So anyway, that's what's going on with that. I don't know if y'all can see it very good. My eyes are getting really bad. Training
That's
and
getting old.
permanent lighting. What's that?
You're getting old.
Oh, getting like last week, I couldn't even read something. I was like, damn, I can't see shit. Anyway, training and different resources and client-owned lights. Like, you know, when you get your
Oh, so they can do like a search. A client can go in there and search.
yeah.
People that
So
install
you're like,
client-owned lights.
hey, like my buddy David Merle called today and said he had a customer that had his own lights and he's just trying to figure out how to price it. And I said, well, here's how we price it. We just tell them we don't do it.
Send them to David Merle.
Yeah, whenever someone says like, hey, can y'all install this Govee and stuff? And I was like, yeah, my buddy David, he's a professional. He specializes in if you have your own Govee lights, and call him up. But we send a lot of people to David just as a fun and games. But when we first started off being broke, the customers that were
everything.
the customers that were $300 customers or $400 customers that I just needed that job and it made sense, and just whatever reason it felt like I had to do it. Obviously, the second year you just couldn't do. I mean, you just couldn't do it anymore. But those people were cutting with us from the very beginning, and it meant a lot to us. I mean, we continued it out, and then we wanted to make an actual effort to make sure that they could find a good installer. So this is perfect. So when you say, hey, I can't help you out, and I certainly don't want to make a recommendation and something bad happen and that falls bad on me. So let me send you a link here. You can just go right to our directory. You can search for just permanent lighting, or you can search for just installs commercial grade lights or installs customer provided lights. And then you can see all the contractors in your area that offer that service, and it can go right to them. I mean, why not? What else are you doing? You're just going to say no anyway. At least point them in the right direction. You can push a button that goes right over there, right?
True.
So,
True.
Yeah,
That's helpful.
very helpful. It's helpful for everyone, especially if you're the person and you don't mind doing that stuff. We could definitely keep you busy. I just don't want nothing to do with it. Anyway, so that's that. But yeah, when you have no money, what are you going to do when you get into this situation that's right here where you're like, oh my God, I've been in this situation quite a few times, especially when I first started. Not Christmas lights here in Houston, but just starting in the service industry and not knowing how to charge and thinking the job's a lot less, and you run out of materials and it's not even finished. And the only way to get this final payment is you need to figure out how to borrow money and get the right materials and something. And so ain't going to come back until you pay him and all this other crap. Okay. This is growing pains. All right. By not having the right process, not being able to look, if you give the person this much discount, the new profit margin is going to be this. This is the install. This is the materials needed. This is what you're going to need. This is the information to run a business efficiently. And this is the Kingdom operating system that will be available. But more likely, it's not going to be available for you this year. It'll be available for me. And we'll, just because of the credit card processing and a few other things for inventory and a few other things, that this will be the 2027 season, and I'll be talking about it all year. But you'll be able to, my gift to you in the industry, you'll be able to use this design studio until I get it perfected. And I'll have, when you said, hey, what's up with these custom ones? If it's on our Shopify site, you'll see it. Because anything that's on our Shopify site, when you go to actual Shopify, you can say, that's a nice reef. You want to see what it looks like on your house? Push this button, boom, your house is up there. You can see what it looks like on your house. So all that will be further integrations. But the hiring, I think, is the most important.
Okay.
Kingdom hiring. It's actually called the Kingdom Talent Network. All right. So we got that. We got Aaron Rodgers. We got Dr. Fauci and Dr. Pepper. Get busy. I think that's it. What other questions you got? Let me hear a question. Let me get a question. We've been holding the same amount of people for a long time. What questions do you have today?
Ryan wants to know how he can sign up.
How can you sign up? You already signed up, dog. You already signed up. It's ChristmasContractor.com. Just be peeping that one. It should be up by tomorrow, but you'll hear from me. I'll have y'all set up on that one. Let's see here. Success is like the next breath of air, bud. The guy that says, you want to be successful? You want to be successful?
Yes.
Then you meet me tomorrow at the beach. And you got to get there at 8 o'clock in the morning. You got to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning because you got to be on time. The people who are not showing up on time, they'll never be successful because they don't take themselves seriously. No one's taking you seriously if you're not on time. Okay, be on time. And you show up there and you say, okay, well, damn, this guy's rich, so I really want to learn something from him. He says, okay, what you're going to do is just start walking out there in the ocean. And then you go out there and you get your feet wet. You know what I'm talking about? You get your feet wet. And then you're like, you're doing good. Keep going. Okay, you get your feet wet, but you got to keep going. And you keep going, then you're up to your knees. And then you look back, you're like, yeah, keep going. So then you're up to your waist. You're waist deep in it. And you turn back. It's like, good. You're doing good. Keep going. And then you go up there to the point you're up to your neck in it. There's going to come a point where you're up to your neck in it. And you turn around, you're like, well, hopefully he ain't going to say what I think he's going to do. He's going to kill me. Keep going. Okay. So then you keep going, and then you're fully submerged underwater, gasping for air. When you want to succeed as bad as you want that next breath of air, that's when you'll succeed and nothing will stop you. We were making like, I don't have money for signs. I mean, it's embarrassing to tell you that this is how we started, but you could not fucking stop me. Like I would not go away. I will not turn down for what. I will not go out. I will not just disappear off the face of the earth. I will keep coming back. No matter how much you push me down, no matter how much you do to me, I will keep back. I'll keep coming back fighting until I win. You can take everything away from me, but you can't take away my firm foundation. And as soon as we got that was all we needed and started building. But shit, we were doing handmade signs. Remember that?
Handmade signs, handmade T-shirts. I was cutting vinyl.
Dog, it was like
cutting vinyl.
You go to a Walmart and get some construction board or something and a couple magic markers. I think that was like $15. And shit, we might be able to make like 15 signs out of all this, depending on how we cut them. And I'd be sitting there, Christmas lights, and she'd do a couple little bulbs, and we'd staple them on a little piece of stick that was laying around and put them down. That's how we got started.
We had a fence scrap that we used to for our sign stakes.
Look, dude, when you're broke, all this training and all this advice and shit is a waste of time unless someone's actually been starting in the same situation. All of their advice is worthless. Because it's advice for once you get your business going, then you need some of these industry leaders to teach you. But if they're not in the Christmas business, I don't know how the Christmas business really relates to some like a plumbing business or something. It's like a roofing business is a close one because you charge by the square and it's door knocking and stuff. But even that's like you're getting on the roof. I mean, it's kind of the same, but it's not. You know, insurance supplements, and it has every industry has its own thing. And if your industry is just like Christmas, you wouldn't fucking have a job. I'd be teaching landscaping lighting. They're totally different. They're similar but different. If you're hiring for a seasonal business, it's different than a full-time business. You know, and if you have a big company, it's different than if you're just two guys in a truck and we're going to start something new this year. Okay, so always run your business like there's no chance that you could lose money or pay money to do the job. You need to have those guardrails there because that one job will put you out of business. Then you're chasing it. And once you start chasing it, you never catch back up to it. Okay. And also lick your finger, put it up in the air and see which way the wind's blowing. All right. Your job is to make profit, but your job is to make money. And you don't want to keep yourself busy just to stay busy. But there's different reasons why you accept jobs for different reasons. Maybe You're trying to keep your guys busy, and they don't have nothing to do anyway, and you're going to lose them if you don't give them something to do. You might make a decision that you normally wouldn't make in that situation. You know, when are you getting it installed? What's the October 1st price? If I got it installed the first week of October, isn't it less expensive than November? So, hey, how much you think per foot? For what? A 2-story? A house that's 2 hours away, or 5 minutes down the road that I already have like another 10 houses right around it? Like what price? And when are you installing it? People aren't asking that. I even had a professional call me this morning. I ain't going to talk about his name, but he's talking about, do you think I should do this job for $2,500? I think it's a $4,000 job, but so-and-so that we mutually know says he's going to do it for $2,500. And I'm like, when? Like September? Because it might make sense, because you might have a training class out there, and it might be a good one that has every single thing that you possibly can train on, that you could have 10 people out there and have it as a training day. But this particular customer, you know, it was some other things with it, but if they want it the second week of November, there's just no way that I could do it for the price I would do it the first week of October. It's just, you're talking about two different things. So not, do you want to do it for this price? It's like, whoa, what are we talking about? When are you talking about having this installed? October, like the second week of October? Yeah, because there's people sitting around doing nothing that you would like to get them into a groove and get yourself into a groove of making sure everyone has anything, getting the kinks out. Because by December 1st, you don't need to be bullshitting around with a process that don't work. You need to figure out what the hell you're doing, get yourself into the groove, because by November, you should just be showing off. You should be showing off by November. October is kind of getting you, you know, okay, I know you've been doing it for 5 years, but no matter how long you've been doing it, it takes you like a job to kind of get back into, okay, now I get it now. You know, but it takes you a minute, even if you've been doing it forever, because Christmas light stops and then starts back again. And you have these new plans of how you're going to run these new systems in the new season, and they haven't been proven yet. And you're trying to prove them. And then sometimes like 10 minutes or maybe 2 days or maybe 2 weeks into the season, you're like, you know what? It's not fast enough. It would be faster just to give him the box and take a picture, because the way that this inventory just takes too long to do it, or it's just, the guys can't figure it out, or it's not the way we thought. So let's just go back to the basics, back to the default, back to the system that you did 4 or 5 years ago that we know for a fact works. But it's all about creating systems. But when you're first starting out, it's about preventing yourself from paying money to do the job. That's it. That's it. Under no circumstances can your process allow you the opportunity to pay to do the job, especially when you've listened to someone and you're charging so much money. You've said, no, I can't do that job to 10 people, and you don't even have anything to do. And other people are working, they're putting out yard signs and they're doing stuff. And you're still saying, no, I'm good. No, I'm good. It's like, dude, we're at the prom and the fucking the slow songs are on. Grab somebody and get on that dance floor and see what you got. You know what I'm talking about? People out there dancing, people out there doing something. You need to get out there and do something, because you're going to talk to the neighbor and you're going to be talking to someone else. And then once you start learning how to, when I'm on there, every time I'm on there, if I see someone outside, you don't need to say, hey, how are you doing? I kind of do that. But just whenever someone looks at you, just acknowledge that they look at you and just wave at them. That's it. Because as soon as you wave at them, people will say, oh, well, now I can feel free to come talk to them. But if they look over there and you don't say nothing, you say, oh shit, he's not approachable. It's just as simple. As soon as they acknowledge that you're doing it, you wave. We're all playing Christmas music and have Santa Claus hats on, so we're more approachable. But when I'm out there, I'm always getting referrals. So when you send someone else out on the job site later, demonstrate, duplicate, disappear. When you send someone else out to that job site, you're thinking, you've been on 5 jobs and you ain't got 1 referral?
Yes. Yes.
What?
Yes.
Like, not one neighbor is looking at what you're doing, and not one neighbor thinks, oh my God, I would love to have him put Christmas lights on my house. Is that what you're really telling me? Or is there something else going on? Because if you go to more than 5 jobs and not one person's interested in your service, something's up.
Yeah. You're not approachable.
Something.
You're not paying attention to who's around you, and you're just turning and burning, or somebody's doing.
They
it on
ask
the
a
side.
question and you're just blowing. Something's up, okay? But you only know what to tell them to do because you were out there and you did it and you know it works. So what's the problem? Well, the problem is I'm not trying to really talk to people, and I really just want to talk to you. And I want to, right, babe?
Yes.
Who are you talking to?
Don't worry about it. M-Y-O.
I don't really want to talk to people. And you're just like, okay. So if they say that they want an estimate, you just turn around and show them the back of your shirt that says Kingdom Christmas Lights, and it has a little QR code or whatever. Have them take a picture of that. We just put the QR codes on last year. So then they can go in there and they can talk to me. That worked perfect. Then they'll say, oh, they wave like this. And then when they start talking to them, they don't know. They just start pointing at the back of their shirt. And then the people just get the point to call, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to try to have somebody out there with a half a brain and somebody that speaks some kind of English. But if they don't speak English, you can work your way around that. Because if you want to be successful as bad as you want that next breath of air, you're going to figure out something. You're going to figure out something that works. And just because it works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Whatever works for you may not work for me because it works good for you of where you live, where in the country you live, the scale that you're on, and what you're trying to accomplish in life. It might be the perfect situation for one-story houses with these kind of roofs or this kind of application. But somewhere else, maybe their system is different somewhere else. Maybe they live in Seattle where they have all this blue tape and you're not allowed to cut a line. You're not allowed to even cut a cord without some government approval or some permit or something. You know, different places are different. So there's not a blanket statement of this is how you do it. You just want to be alive at the end of the day. In January, with some money to say, I worked all these hours, I learned all this stuff, I have all these customers that are probably going to come back, and now I have all this experience and I have a year under my belt, and next year I'm going to do it way better now that I've seen it, and next year I'm going to kill it. There is no replacing that season. There is no, oh, well, I got this training, so I'm just going to jump right to level 10 like I've been doing it for 10. No, you're not. If you've never done it, you're going to go back there and you're going to learn that shit. And I don't care if you're some person training people because you know how to do business. If you jump into this business and you're hired for this, you're going to go down through some first season things. I don't care how experienced you are because you ain't got the jobs to hire someone good. You know what I'm saying? Or you can hire someone good, but you can't keep them because you can't keep them busy enough. You know what I'm saying, Laura?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just saying this is what you deal with, and you have to be good at weeding through this. You have to be good at sorting through this. You have to be good at looking at someone and trusting your gut on this one, and stop giving someone the benefit of the doubt and thinking, oh, maybe this and this. If you see someone that you're like, there's just no way they're going to get up on the roof, they may surprise you. But at whose expense? Find someone who looks like they got a ladder truck, looks like they've been getting on the roof, where you just have to teach them quality. You don't want to get yourself in a situation where you hire someone that you know damn well they don't belong on that roof, but you're just thinking they're such a nice guy and they're good with people that maybe they're going to get on that roof and learn how to do roofing safety and be comfortable with it in the next couple of days. More than likely that can happen, and it has happened, but more than likely it's not going to happen. It would be easier just to find someone who's already comfortable on the roof, but teach them the Christmas part. That's way easier, way safer, and a better idea because you never know the situation that you're going to get into.
Yeah, and that's roofers. And you're going to find roofers because they're slow in
or
the
adjusters,
Christmas season.
people
Roofing
working for
adjusters.
roofing companies.
Anybody who's working for a roofing company can get on that freaking roof.
Gutters, siding,
sometimes siding,
chimney sweepers.
But anybody can get up there, and that is a slow season. Chimney sweepers might be busy in
Pressure
the north.
washer, they do the roof wash. They get up there.
Yeah. So those are who you're looking for. And when we first started, we would go over to construction sites where new builds were happening, and we'd talk to the guys over there. We'd bring, of course, a translator with us. But before Ron was fluent in Spanish, we brought a translator over with us, and he would talk to some of the guys. And we got a couple guys out of it, and they were helpers to other guys, and it worked really well.
Yeah, no, those guys
Really
stayed
well.
with us. There's still people working for us today from that season.
Yes.
They've been with us for like 9-10 years, and they come back every single year, and we know everyone's family. And Laura, I mean, I don't know what kind of
This is our Christmas culture.
I don't know what kind of they've been doing in the off season, but it's like 3 of them had pregnant wives, wasn't it, or something like that?
There was 3. There were 3
at the same time. It's like every year, it's like, oh, but she's pregnant, but she's 8 months pregnant, but she's 8.5 months pregnant, but she's 8 3/4 months pregnant.
So
we're all
that Christmas money.
exactly. So Lauren's such a sweetheart. So she's like, look, guys, I'm going to buy everyone a baby stroller. Because for some reason, a car seat. That's what it was. A car seat.
A car seat stroller combination. Because they all have like 3 or 4 or 5, 6 kids.
I'm like, you don't have the fucking stroller from the last 8 kids?
No,
but anyway.
They sell it as soon as they have.
No one had more kids than Abraham. He had like 14. But I say, yeah, y'all should just keep y'all just keep, hey, you just grew out of it? Okay, just keep handing it down. It's like assembly line.
They did hang on to their stuff because they were going to have more babies.
But
I do get, our installers, they are like family to me. And I get to know their wives and their families. And I do buy car seats and strollers and baby clothes. And
remember Carlos? Carlos like, nah, Miss Laura, I don't need a car. We don't need a car seat. We don't need that. So Laura's like,
he couldn't get the baby out of the hospital without a car seat.
So we're like, oh, Carlos,
you to hold it.
Like Carlos is in charge of all these roofers. Like he's like one of those guys. And I'll tell you something about that. It's not important right now about hiring roofing leaders to run crews. Don't do that. But I'll tell you later about that. Anyway, so Carlos was like, I don't need that. I don't need the car seat and stuff. It's no big deal. And you're like, are you sure? Because you need one to get the baby out of the hospital, right?
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't need the car seat? And then Carlos like, nah. So then, like, what was it? 2 days later, he goes, hey, man, I'm at the...
talk to his wife.
No, she had already had the baby. He was at the hospital trying to get the baby out of there, and the police stopped him and said, nah, you cannot.
The hospital staff would not let them leave because they did not have a car seat.
Yeah, like you got to have a wheelchair.
You have to have a car seat. You have to show them a car seat before you can take that newborn out, at least in Texas. Maybe somewhere else is not that big
so he's
deal.
like, look, I love to do this Christmas light job, but I got to go to the hospital because I'm at the hospital, or I went by the hospital or something, but I can't get my baby out of here. I can't get my wife and the baby out of here because I don't have a car seat. And he was like, didn't I just tell you about the car seat? Like we bought Juan a car seat and Wilmer a car seat, but Carlos is just,
Carlos's car seat was in the garage waiting for him because I knew he needed a freaking car seat.
And so, then he gets the car seat and then he ends up leaving her or something, right? Remember?
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah,
Lauren's the drama.
Lauren's so cool, but all the people, man, you go down through this fight together, and it's like some people compare it to like a military deployment, but it's something that it's like it's so death-defying and dangerous to be up on these roofs, especially when you're tired and fatigued and it's wet or cold or whatever the conditions are. You get like a bond with people when you go through and you work that hard during the Christmas season, and then you get to go through the experience and you get to take it down. And then you're like, I don't ever want to do this again. And then about 4 months later, you say, when does it start? And then you're like, man, I can't wait for it to start. And it's just a vicious cycle. But every year we meet some of, friends that could be friends with us forever. And even, Norbert and Eva from Hungary. No, big problem. No, Ron, big problem. I in Michigan work for Fred Zimmerman. Fuck piece of shit company. No
Don't
good work.
Say that.
He paid no good work. But bullshit trouble call, Ron. He paid nothing. Our car dealership and with Fred Zimmerman don't like no Fred. No more Fred. Michigan bullshit.
It's Indiana.
I know. So the only thing not true about that is the Indiana part. But anyway, so you're like, I know, I told you. Because they didn't see the value that we had already worked with them for like 3 years. And then he came back again last year. We paid for him to come back. I mean, the people are like family. They've been with us for like 4 or 5 years, right? To the point I speak perfect Hungarian now. But definitely I got the accent down, especially at the end of Christmas. I really got it down. But the people that work for us, they're like really like family. But you go down through it, And as much as you're looking forward to making the money, they are too. We're in this together. They want to work as many hours as they can, and they want to make as much as they can. And that's the only people I want surrounding me, is people who think like that. I want to make as much money as I possibly can. If you're like, man, I just want to work like 9 to 5, man, and just like, get the fuck away from me. That is not what this is. Not working with me. You might go work with someone else and work Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays and shit. We don't do that. The only people that we hire is they want to be with me all the time and they want to work all the time, because I have to hire 3 people to replace one person if you're going to do all these days off, and then you're concerned about what they're doing on the day off and whatever. But process, if I can just leave you with anything, it's about having a winning process so you don't have to worry about these other things, and make sure the person who's teaching you is an operator that actually operates a business. There's no way to manufacture this. Okay? Just because you had a business for 3 years and then all of a sudden you had some kind of mix up with a business partner and that's why you're not in the business anymore, that's a failed business. It's like, okay, get back on the horse. Get back on the horse. Okay? Don't give up and be a teacher. Get back on the horse, because there's no way to say, hey, I can teach you how to make $1 million and you're making $120,000 a year. It's like, it's an oxymoron. The money is installing lights. The money's not in selling lights. You have to have lights to install lights. So that's why we got into selling. And it's a sweet spot there. But the money's in installing the lights. Okay, period. Okay. And if you're installing the lights, those are the best people to buy from, is people who actually install, because they know what they're talking about. They know what works and don't work. And they know about new products and advancements. Okay. And you can always tell if you're talking to a distributor that also installs lights, because you have this happiness with you. It's some joy that radiates out of people, because the distribution game can get real cutthroat and can rob you of your joy. And I'm just telling you from experience. But when you deal with customers in Christmas, it offsets that. Then you can tell that people are happy, because the true joy of Christmas. But if you're never installing, you'll see the grumpy, grouchy kind of people, because they never experience that joy. It's just about selling, and they get into like a rut. So definitely make sure that you install and you network with people who actually have been there, done that, and they are operators and installers. And there's a lot of them out there that install, and there's a lot of people who sell and they install, and things like that. But make sure the person that you're with is not just a talker. He's actually done it, especially the same thing that you're doing. If you're like, I'm trying to start a Christmas light bit. Well, I turned wrenches for Jiffy Lube, and I changed oil for 10 years. So let me tell you how to do the Christmas. Like, what? No, I don't want someone who has business like breathing on the earth. I need someone who's actually done what I've done on a bigger level than I'm currently doing it. And that's who started in the same spot and knows the situation I'm in and has a roadmap of what worked for them. It may not work for me, but at least they've actually done it. That's the people that they can recount back. It may not be the top of their mind, but they can recount back of what it was like when they started. And that's what we hope to pour out every single Wednesday. I had somebody ask me if we had some training class that we pay money, or so they pay money to be a part of a group. I'm like, nah, dude, just come out on Wednesdays. Come out on Wednesdays, and we offer an hour and a half, 2 hours of our time. How long has it been now? 2 hours and 3 minutes. Yeah. We offer 2 hours of our time. We answer any questions that you have. We try to support the industry as much as we can. And I try to pour my heart out on the Christmas Light Installers Mastermind. I'll try to show you stuff that I'm personally listening to. Interior decorator, Christmas people, people who are motivational speakers that are actually also operators. They actually run a company is the only people I share. And people that I looked up to and I look out to for encouragement. And I think of Christmas lights about being at war, man, because you have to shut off massive areas of your life. I mean, where are you going for Thanksgiving? You want to take a week off for Thanksgiving? And you're in the Christmas business? The two things do not go together. What normal people are doing, you're on the other side of it. You are working while everyone else is having fun. Everyone else is hanging out with family and doing fun stuff. You're like separated from that. You're focused on this. And you have to tell yourself that I'm fighting for the life I want to live. I'm putting in all this work because there's a benefit that I don't have to pick up the pressure washer or something later or whatever. I'll have enough money to buy this. Remember the one kid that worked he had enough money to buy an engagement ring. He wanted to work as hard as he possibly could because he wanted to get engaged to this girl that he had his eyes on, and he had some butterflies about it. And then after Christmas, he had saved up however many $6,000, $7,000 ring or whatever the hell it was. And then he's like, hey, that trailer that you were taking people on Christmas rides, do you think maybe you can pick me up and her, and we can maybe, I said, oh, and Tamaron and Katie, I'll take you right down that fountain and we'll double park right there. And you can walk out in the middle of the fountain and you can propose to her and I'll get a drone shot and we'll make it real special, and
we went looking at Christmas lights, and then we took a stop by the fountain so he could propose. It was so sweet.
But it's like, these are like people that work for us. It's like everyone's like family because we're like war buddies. We went through a season and we sacrificed so much, and they gave to me and I gave to them, and we're in like a family, dude. The people that that truly work with you and for you and beside you, alongside you. I mean, they'll run through a brick wall for you, and you'll do for them too. And then when they got a problem, you got a problem, and and that's what will happen eventually. But it's just not the first year. It's not like that. After the first year and people come back, it's refreshing to see people who fought with you, and then you're like, fought alongside with you, I'm talking about. And then you're like, man, here's what we're doing different this year. Here's what didn't work, I think, last year. And you want to get all this information from people, because if you have 10 crews out working, that's a lot of information of what works, what's faster, different ways that people do it, and how they're getting it. And you can see the results. If they have trouble calls or something, you can just see what works and what doesn't, and who's faster, who's not, who's making more money, but they have more problems, or what. You can see everything. But you definitely want to get that data. It's like, oh yeah, you know why we're so fast? It's because if we don't have the job prepared, when I'm driving, Jose's in the passenger seat and he's bulbing. Like, what is it? 180 feet? Okay. He's just in the passenger seat bulbing. We don't stop for lunch, boss. We bring our lunch. We do this, we do that. I mean, just, you're like, well, no wonder they're so freaking fast. And you go out with them, guess what they're not doing? They're not sitting around bullshitting when they get to the job site. They're not smoking cigarettes and doing nothing like that. They're straight, get to the point, get to the money, and get out of there. Because if they're going to spend another hour away from their family and their kids, it's going to be an hour making money, not sitting around bullshitting. And those are the people. He's like, man, you speaking my language, bro. You speaking my language right there. So that's that. I do have a few more things. How do you pay workers? You pay workers by the increment when you first start. You pay people by the increment, by the ball, by the strand, by the this. That's what I recommend. But you can pay them however you want to. But if just remember that it's all about upsells. And if you say, I'm going to pay you $200 a house, where's the incentive to upsell? Where's the incentive if you have to add something? You have to renegotiate and retouch every single customer. It's a right now transaction and you're not at the job. You just need to confirm that it's done right, and you can charge that credit card and make sure that the customer doesn't want something else. Because for the same person that says, hey, Ron, no, I don't do shit unless it's $15 a foot or whatever, right? Let's just say that's what you're saying. Okay. So you have to do that because your process is bad. Because if you go to that house and the customer is like, hey, I really like to add a wreath or something, or I'd like to add like some lights down the side. And you're like, well, it's only like 60 feet. So 60 times whatever you charge them. So it'd be like just whatever it is, 60 more bulbs sound good. Okay, boom. And then it's in there, it's done. Or more strands in the lights in the tree. Okay. But if not, if you didn't communicate that and they just ran out there, now you are doing a $300 fucking job, dog. Because you're sending someone back out there because you didn't communicate right. And you didn't have it set up to upgrade and upsell. So now you're sending someone totally separate to do those 60 feet. So you are doing little small ass jobs because your process sucks. That's why you're having to go back there and touch all these customers all these times, because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about until you do. You don't know what you're talking about until you miss that opportunity. Then you're like, damn, I don't want to miss that opportunity again, because now I felt the pain of those consequences and I don't want to touch that hot stove anymore. Now I have a better way that's more efficient, and every year it will be the same thing. Okay. It's not just raise your prices to the point no one can afford it and only 1 out of 100 customers are going to say yes to it. Okay. That's not the blanket statement to fix it. Having a winning process, knowing where the first penny of profit will be, knowing your business like that, having it broke down all the way. That's what's going to get you to the finish line, my friends. That's what's going to get you to the finish line, and that's what's going to keep you in business, and that's what's going to keep a smile on your face, because if you can't manage it, or if you can't measure it, you can't manage it. You have to be able to measure it to manage it, and you can't measure. It's in between 10 and 20 strands. You can't manage that because you can't measure that. You have to be able to measure that. So that is something I would definitely say, because if you can't measure it, you can't manage it, and you certainly can't scale, because a small problem at scale is a fucking huge problem. A difference between 10 strands of lights on 100 houses is $10,000 difference, right? Just the materials.
That is true.
Scale that times however many you want, and the bigger your company is, the bigger the problems are. That's why two things are true. The first thing is, when someone's selling their Christmas light business, most people are not interested in buying it unless it has materials or it has some kind of inventory. The fact that you were running your company and you have a list of customers and the stuff's already at their house, most people are not interested because of the process is bad. The way you sell it to the customers, or you lease it, or you do it this way or that way, or you tell the customers this or that, or when you do it, here's how you do it. It's your process that makes the business not worth anything. And it's the reason why you're selling it. It's because of the process, right? Yeah, and another one is like a big company. A big company, they think that they got a winning system because they have money, and the money continues to go north. Like, no matter, you're making some stupid mistakes and decisions, and you're wasteful in all these areas, like any new person would be fucking out of business with the way that you're doing it. But you're such a huge company, the good outweighs the bad, and you're absorbing all these fucking mistakes, and you're like, we're still turning a profit. Okay. So therefore, I don't need any advice. I'm making profit. I'm making more money than I made last year. At least there's more money in the bank and everyone's happy. And then that company buys another company, and they acquire another company. Isn't it funny how about 2 years later, the fucking other company they bought's out of business? It's because you can't take a failed process and then apply it to another company. What it is usually there's so many departments into a big company, you're just too slow. Hey, can you do me a favor, Laura? Can you get me a case of mini lights?
Yeah.
And I want warm white with red. It's winter, whatever the name of that is. I need a case of those.
Called candy cane.
Well, there's different candy canes, but this is the red and white, or every fifth one is white, but they're all red or whatever, something.
I call it candy cane.
Okay, so I want a candy cane lights. If you call a big company, they can't fucking sell you the lights. It's got to go, well, all I can do is I can just do this one little teeny fucking thing. I can just take down your information, and someone from the sales department can call you, and then they'll talk to you, but they can't do anything either, because they got to send it to this warehouse department, but then it's got to come over here and then there. And by the time you get to the finish line, you already frustrated the customer because you're so slow. You are so slow at moving. That's why you're going out of business, because AI is coming, and this is major league. AI is coming for the white collar jobs. There's going to be a lot of blue collar jobs available, but the entry level white collar jobs are all going to be gone. Every one of them. There's going to be companies that still hire people, but they're going to be gone. They're going to be gone eventually. There's no way to sustain that, because an AI-driven business is going to be way more profitable. A full AI business is going to be way faster and way more profitable than any other business. You're going to have newer entrepreneurs coming into the industry more than you've ever seen in the next 3 years. We are in the singular. You know what that means, Laura?
I'm listening.
The singular?
The singular. I'm listening. What does it mean?
You were in the singular, which means AI has been created to make AI better. So therefore, the natural progression of AI is getting better in this way. And, you know, we used to have to do the math, and now we got a calculator, and then the calculator's on the watch, and then it's on the phone, and this and all that. Now it's got a flashlight. Like the robot, you make a robot that makes robots. I mean, when you make AI that makes AI better, it's progressing a lot faster than initially anticipated or projected. And now they're saying like in the next 3 years, that'll be it. So get yourself lined up and get yourself set up and established into a service business like this one. Or pressure washing is a pretty saturated business. So is mowing grass and stuff. You know, try to get something that not everyone can do it. That it requires some difficulty that the homeowner doesn't want to do it. Like here in Texas, it's just too damn hot to go outside to do anything. So anything outside is something people don't want to do. Anything that requires getting up on a ladder, something steep, something dangerous, something like that. Windows, I mean, just some kind of air, HVAC, any kind of stuff like that. Those are great businesses to get into. But you're going to need to make sure that you're in an AI-proof business and you can get on your feet fast enough before AI takes these jobs. College and all that kind of stuff, they're saying that's not even going to be a thing. Elon Musk and all them say it's just a waste of money to pay college right now. It's just for the social experience. Anything that you learn in college, you can get on AI right now. It's just for the social experience to go experiment. Going to get a medical license is going to be worthless. There's going to be no human doctors unless you just want to roll the dice and take a chance. No human doctors will be in the next 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years? Think about that. Think about that. Now is the time to get your shit together while you can. This is the year to get started and get going while you can. If you think the market's saturated now, wait till AI starts taking all these jobs. You think the market's saturated now.
That's a good point.
You think people hiring, you know, these entrepreneurs like, hey, what are you doing selling cars, Bill? Thought you were a fucking executive down at AT&T or something. You're like, wow, they laid me off. And I always thought I could be a good car salesman. You know, and then a week later, someone who really has a job for something you don't want to do, you're like, well, the cars doesn't really have consistent money. You know, I thought I could do it, but I guess it was harder than I thought to fight these 25 guys in the parking lot for, this is my parking space. If anyone pulls up into this space, it's mine. And then some dude's like, no, man, I'll call it through the window. And they push you out the way and you've been out there all day and they'll make nothing. It's like, yeah, the car salesman business is a dog eat dog business, and it's not for you. It's for some aggressive ass people, you know. Same with door to door. I'm gonna leave you with this. Door to door sales. I did door to door sales for 2 years. Am I the best door to door salesman on the planet? Yes. No. No, I'm not. I did it for 2.5 years, and you get good at it. But you know, the hardest door to hit is your own car door. To go out there, because it's discouraging. I don't know if it's like telemarketing, but you know that you're about to accept a massive amount of rejection going into it. You know that you are. You know that it's like playing cards, baby. It's like playing cards. It's 52. 52 card pickup, baby, 52. If I had a deck of cards and I was shuffling them cards, I shuffled up the cards real good, and I flipped over the first 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there a chance that all 4 aces just came out? Is there a chance?
There's a chance.
There's a chance. It's a small chance, but there is a chance.
52 chance.
It's a chance. But if you sit there and you flip over all 52 cards at some point, it's 100% chance that you're going to see all 4 of those aces. Or if you flip over all 52 doors, you're going to see all 4 sales. Okay. But selling in the Christmas light business is a little different, because at some point you're like, dude, the phone's ringing off the hook. I don't need more sales. I need someone to actually install. Every day, what your demand is changes. Right now, I just need more people. And you're like, okay, I got enough people, but I need more of this. And then every day it's like, hey, everyone stop what you're doing. We're focusing on this today because It's an emergency. And a lot of days are like that, right?
Yeah.
A lot of days are like that. But what was my point? Door knocking. When you knock on someone's door, this is like professional Ron. When you knock on someone's door, back your ass up off that porch. Back your ass off that porch. You know, go on, step back. If you back off the porch a little bit, usually there's a step down. You don't want to be towering over and be taller than someone. You want to be stepped down away from the porch, talking in a softer voice and getting to the point real fast. Hey, how you doing? My name, that's a nice doormat. You like cowboys? Oh, yeah, me too. Anyway, that's nice. Anyway, I see you like that. Whatever. A nice, beautiful property. Anyway, my name is Ron. I'm with Kingdom Christmas Lights, and we're just here. We're not selling anything. We're just here to put, free Christmas lights on everyone's houses for only $1,000. Just whatever it is, get to the point and get to the point like that. And then if you said, oh, shit, I said something stupid, go to the next house and say, damn, if I'd only said this, it would have been different. If you have two people with you, the person who's closer to the person is always the person who will get directed all the communication. So if you have two people, first thing that you're going to do, Billy, we're going out door knocking, okay? What you're going to do is you're just going to keep your freaking mouth shut. If they ask you any questions like, what's your name? You look at me and I'll say his name's Bill. You're not out here to do anything except for to listen to me intently. That's your only job, okay? But if it's just people don't realize psychology. If I'm talking to you and it's me and Laura talking to a customer, I'm closer to the customer. And so they're addressing it to me. But if she's like looking at me and like, man, who gives a shit what he's saying? Then she's on her phone and checking Facebook. The other person is not going to take you seriously either. It's just psychology. If the other person's like, yeah, and what we're going to do, Bill, is we're going to take care of that customer right there, and we're going to make sure we get him a good deal. Sound good? He's like, yes, sir. And you're like, okay, what do you think about that? Because he just said yes, and then what are you going to say? Yes. Like he looks like he's in control because that guy's acting like he's in control, and so I should too. You ask people yes questions. The answer to the question is yes. You never ask somebody a question that the answer is no.
Yeah.
Hey, woo, it's a hot one out here today.
Yes.
Yeah. Everything that you say, it's yes. It's another yes. Hey, what's going on, man? Got a beautiful, oh, yeah, man, I love talking about myself. The grass, the greenery, yeah, okay. But anyway, I know you're here to put me together on something. It's no big deal. It would look great to have some Christmas lights up on here, and that's what we're doing. And we're in the neighborhood. We're doing a couple of your neighbors down the street. There's a couple things with sales when you're talking about psychology. One of them, why do people buy Christmas lights? That's a great question.
Why do they buy Christmas
Why do
lights?
people get Christmas lights?
Because everybody's doing it.
Everyone's doing it. Everyone's doing it. It's called the Jones effect. If you're calling someone in the middle of November, okay. Hey, the other one is what?
Somebody special or something special is happening this year.
Okay. The reason why people call you to do the Christmas lights is because it's dangerous.
Oh, that too.
It's very dangerous, and they don't want to do it themselves for whatever reason. So they're calling you because they would rather you do it than them do it. And most of the time because it's dangerous. Another reason why people call you is what?
Somebody's coming into town. Or
commercial grade materials.
Oh, better materials.
So
see, I didn't know which
I was going to go to Home Depot, or I was going to go to Walmart and get me some lights, but you got these custom ones or something that you can custom make to the house and do these custom patterns, and you could make it look like what I did on that design studio and make it red and white and this and that. So I don't see where I can buy that at any stores or something. So I want you to do it. And then the third one, of course, is everyone else is doing it. The Jones effect. You see this a lot in the ShamWow. Hey, well, if you're going to do this right here and you're going to do this right here, but if you buy now, we have two for the same price for $19.99. It's like, damn, I was thinking about saying, yeah, but now you increase value. Increase the value for two for that price. Now you do the Jones effect. Call now. Everyone's doing it. And there's a whole room full of people that's on the phone. And then the next one is the takeaway. The takeaway. You only got 2 minutes and you see that clock going down. Everyone's doing it. You built the value. Now you have the takeaway. Okay. Those are just psychology of sales. And it doesn't matter what you're selling. These are psychology of sales. Am I right, babe?
Yes.
So when you're talking to a customer at Christmas lights, you may say something like, hey, yeah, oh, that's a beautiful house. And then say, damn, that roof is steep. Damn, that roof is steep. I'd hate to fall off that thing. Just proving the fact that you're not going to do it yourself. You're going to call me. I hate to fall off that damn thing. Yeah, but our guys can do it. And we're going to do a good job and all that kind of stuff. And then another one you're going to do is the Jones effect. So if you're on the phone, we only sell them over the phone unless it's over 10 grand. But you might say something like, hey, does anybody else have Christmas lights yet on your street? You know damn well November 10th that half the damn block has it, right? You know damn well. But they're always saying, oh, man, there might be a couple people maybe here and there starting to do it, because they know you're asking questions that's painting the picture that you need to do this. You're not on the phone with me, homeboy, because you're thinking about getting Christmas lights. Your wife has been yelling at you for the last week and a half to figure this out, and you're finally making this call, and you need to get a conclusion done by the end of the call, or you need to call someone else so she'll stop telling you, get your ass busy, get up on that ladder, or go find someone, because I don't want to be the only one without Christmas lights. We're not doing that. So get your ass on the phone and go figure it out, or I'll do it myself. And I'll just pay whatever.
And those same wives are Diwali customers too that are October installs.
Mm-hmm.
Pro tip.
Yeah. So, I mean, they want to figure it out. So you have to make a way they can figure it out right now. You're like, well, so the takeaway is, so what are you trying to do? Oh, you want to get the lights installed? Oh, when? No matter what they say. I was thinking maybe Thursday. Ooh, Thursday. Well, do you have any other dates available? Actually, Thursday I thought was I don't even know about that. And then so you just, hey, do we have that available appointment? Or hey, it's first come, first serve, but the phone's ringing off the hook. Right now I have Thursday. Right now I have Thursday available. Or when we first started, I would say, hey, Laura, do we have Thursday available? Even though we had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, every other day. I was like, do we have Thursday available? And then Laura would be like, I don't think so. And then I'll say, but didn't what's her name just cancel that one? Or she rescheduled that one? Can't we get this customer right here in that Thursday slot? Oh, yeah, you know what? We probably could. It's like, all right, well, I got Thursday available. We ain't even talked about price or nothing. They'll say, well, damn, can I just give you my credit card just in case the phone gets disconnected? I need Thursday. Can I give my credit card to you so just in case we get disconnected? That's what it's like. That one, you're not going to, it's like, what price are you charging that one? That one is not, they're not driven by price. They're driven by appointment. Different people are driven for different reasons. I want the day after Thanksgiving. That's a takeaway. I got, not there. No, that's already booked. The week of Thanksgiving and all that, we don't let any customers get in that. That's already booked. And the reason why we do it that way, and I'm going to leave you with this. The reason why we do it that way is because just in case I make some mistakes and it doesn't work out like I think, I need a week to catch up. So I got everyone's lights done before Thanksgiving.
In case we get behind, which does happen.
It happened one time, and it happened because of Jobber, and it was a mistake that we made not knowing how to use Jobber to the point I was canceling people's estimates. We were removing people's estimates because it was so stressful. And then
they were approving it so fast. That was 2020. Everybody approved.
That was just a failed process.
Nobody said no.
We that was after doing 600 properties, but we had a failed process that it worked good in the situation that we were in. But when you grew up bigger and you try to scale it using that process, it broke immediately because it's not a scalable process. It works good for you, but there's no way you can scale a big company with the process that you use. It's not a winning process. It's not scalable. And all you need to do is just go buy and acquire another company. It's going to show you that you're just going to go out of business, or they're going to be out of business, because you're just making more money for whatever reason, but it doesn't mean you have a great process. It could be way more. You can make more money just by getting a better process and not even getting more customers. Just working more efficiently, you can make more money. But anyway,
that's true.
Anyway, but that's that.
Anyways,
and so 2 days we're going to go to Miami. So we hopefully that you, if you've never been to Miami, we are definitely going to take you with us. So have your eyes glued to Facebook, and we're going to be looking at a little bit of that. Do we get any other questions? Not one person called.
Poor Ron.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, we're going to be like all kinds of calls running up. I was like, I was so prepared for it.
Oh man, this call's going to be coming in and we're going to go 2 hours and 30 minutes. Holy crap.
I can't believe we held so many people and everyone stayed on. They didn't leave. I was like, dude, I'm all about it. So anyway, look for the new thing coming out. We do have training too. So just like Ron said, this
Christmas is heating up around the country. Make sure you're at the ChristmasContractor.com 2026 season kickoff this September 25th and 26th. And remember to get busy.
So remember to get busy. And then he might yell at you if you don't start getting busy. It's like, look, I already told you nice the first time.
I told you.
Now
nice.
You're going to make me tell you twice, you're going to get the business. That's what they say. That's when they say, hey, you about to get the business? Like, what is like, you about to get the business. When you about to get the business, you about to get another volume of
volume. Next
and then
level.
after that, it's about to get physical, you know, and then there's other layers of that. But yeah, it definitely goes to raising your voice.
Then you go Olivia Newton-John.
Oh, is that Olivia Newton-John?
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, we're going to have a great vacation. When we come out with this product, I hope that you share it. I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that you learn something and it teaches you something as it's been teaching me. If you see any things that need to be fixed, man, you know, just jump in there and let's work on it together. We got it free. Free, free to use. Design Studio. You know, it'll be AI assisted and stuff next year. Wait till you see what I got coming out. We'll have the hiring. You can hire people. You can get jobs. You'll be getting leads, all kind of shit. But it's not out yet, but it'll be out probably by tomorrow. Definitely before I leave. I'll have the Design Studio 1000%. There might be a bug or something that's not working, and I'll just keep on fixing it as we go. But this has been like a 4-month long process of building this. Almost 4.5 months of 16-hour days, 7 days a week. But I'm at war, you know what I'm saying? I need to come up with this because I know my time is limited here. And I'm not thinking, oh man, you got another 15, 20 years to figure out what you're doing. Just sit back, grab some beer and get on the couch. Let's smoke a joint. You know, it's like, no, dude, no, that is nothing what I'm thinking. I ain't thinking about drinking no alcohol. I ain't thinking about none of that. I'm thinking about getting this business done so I can enjoy my life later. Right now, I need to get this work done while I can still walk and shit. Right?
Well, it's just roll you around in your chair.
Yeah, I'm already halfway in a wheelchair from the desk. So yeah, and I'm like half blind and shit. So hey, I really appreciate each and every one of you. Come see us in person. Come over our house and see how we do it. Come get some exclusives on when we switch to the paid model for our stuff. I'm not going to charge people until I know it's a good product. So we're going to work through it and work through the bugs together, and you can use it and everything, and we'll see. And then probably right around there in September 25th and 26th is the Christmas Contractor 2026 season kickoff. Definitely get yourself a ticket to be there, and we will have the people who are there will be also receiving our first right of refusal for the Kingdom operating system. We can have 50 contractors use our full operating system for running crews and managing inventory and all that. That's my goal, to set 50 companies first. But yeah, and you can claim your listing and all that kind of stuff. I'm probably not going to have that on the first episode because those talent profiles or those profiles with connecting in inventory and transferring inventories, it's a lot to it. So for now, just so I put my best foot forward and always come out with the best product of my ability, we're going to come up with a more simplified version. But it will have the Design Studio. And there's more stuff I'd like to show you, but there's more weeks. So have a safe one. If I don't see you next Wednesday, that's because it's going to be Santa's birthday.
It is Santa's birthday. Next Wednesday, Santa Claus's birthday.
Is it Wednesday?
It is.
Oh, next Wednesday would be my birthday.
It
So
is.
I might come out there. Remember when we were at the beach last time and then someone's like, man, you're really good at doing these videos and stuff. And then we were at the beach and I was sitting there acting like I was I said, my name is Ron and we about to penetrate the Houston market. Remember that?
I do.
Yeah, that one went over good. We're going to have to do a little bit more penetrating the market when we're on vacation.
Okay.
So yeah, we're going to the Bahamas and the Virgin Islands.
Is it the vaginas?
The Bahamas. We can have a real Bahama mama. Remember that?
Yes, Bahama mama.
Out of a coconut.
Mm-hmm.
Have some Bahama mama out of a coconut, and then sitting there on a private island and stuff like that. Work hard, play hard.
The great thing about having a Bahama mama in the Bahamas, they have you drink the coconut water out of the coconut first, because that's nature's Gatorade.
Yeah.
And then they get you drunk.
I took Laura to the Bahamas the first time, and it's the Bahamas is just one of the most beautiful places in the world. I mean, there's places that are better, for different reasons, but as far as just absolute beauty and the shallow water, which is what Bahamas means, and going out there and all that, it's the most beautiful destinations in the world. And as soon as Laura seen that with her eyes, the first time that I took her there, it was you just can't help but cry. It's so beautiful.
I did. I cried. That was how long ago?
And it was a very proud moment
It was 8 years ago.
It was a very proud moment, for a husband to finally go from, homie with a bus pass, if you know what I'm talking about, to the point that I can actually provide to do that, for the wife and the kids and all that. We just adopted the Levi and Stella this year.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 2 Robies. Tyrone's still holding out. On the Roby clan, but we got 2 new Robies. So we got the little Roby family trip with Tyrone, and it's all happening on Friday. So thank you for following us. And we'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. And Laura probably got some advice to give you real quick.
Okay. So if you find yourself sitting on the couch wondering where your next paycheck's coming from, you're on food stamps and you only have about $50 left on that card for the next 3 weeks, and you're trying to figure out how you feed your kids. You're trying to figure out, how am I going to do this season? And nothing seems to be working for you. You just need to come to the September 25th and 26th training, and also get off your ass and get busy.